Welcome to April 11th, a new week, a new Monday. It's time for the beautiful Miss V and Trader Prad.
Thank you, Brad. Indeed, guys. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a great Monday. As usual, be active on the chat, ask us anything, and smash that like button. I've heard from Arun you're having some
It was
nice
supposed to
trades
be a secret,
today.
Arun. I wanted to show it on this show, but now I guess there's no point even.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, I can't even talk too much today because this weekend was too sports filled for me, and I was just sitting there screaming at the whole time at my monitor, or not monitor, at the bar. So like, if you hear my voice scratching
Yeah.
a little bit, it's because it hurts. So
Oh
you'll see me like
no.
going up and down on the volume. But yeah, I'll show you what my futures trade are, and I'll show you what the reasoning behind is. And I think I traded this pretty poorly, honestly, because my average would have been literally in this range. So, obviously I came in, I sat down, I was looking at my levels on the futures, the 44.44 level, which we've obviously identified for the last few days of going into this week. But I was actually short 44.50. But when I was actually shorting these futures over here, Microsoft and Apple were a low a day, and it looked like they wanted to bounce from the low a day back to it was around these. So this is Microsoft, and Apple looked something similar to that. They were at the lower days right here, getting ready to maybe look like bounce up here. So every time they bounce, I just chickened myself out and punched out of a tiny little loss on every single one of them. So there was like about 3 tries over here, another 2 tries over here. Eventually, market started coming off. In my market, and Apple and Microsoft, really, I was watching them. They started coming off hard. So I got in over here and I added it over here. The 2 contracts that I got in over here, I pretty much covered it. And the last few contracts over here, I'm still holding to see if I can get a bigger move with the stop somewhere in this range. Obviously, I'm not going to say where my stop is. The stop is somewhere in this range. And when the stop comes in, we'll get out of it with a tiny little win, obviously, that we captured. We're trying to see how we can build into our futures positions. If you guys remember me telling you last week how I'm trying to channel my inner Arun there. So we're trying to figure out how to do that. My only other trade on the day besides futures is actually a Twitter short. I was watching Twitter's rip up all the way into the open. Obviously, we're coming in with a negative connotation on Twitter because was it Elon Musk is no longer going to be sitting on the board. They think people are thinking it might be a hostile takeover attempt. This way, he can get more than 14% that was promised to him through being on the board. But now, not being on the board allows him to soak up more of the flow, or that just or he's just gonna stick true to his word and be like, I don't want to be a hostile investor. I just want to be a passive investor, which is why he also reported it, and also reporting it because the SEC mandates you to. All in all, no matter what the reasoning is, all we need to worry about is how the stock is trading and how we can make a trade out of it. Obviously, I was thinking short, so I did not play at all on this upwards move. I would have loved to play 48 short, which I never got the chance to. I wanted to play the week break of 48 short, did not get the opportunity to, and then on the way down, I got in around 47, giving it the break of 47. That is my stop right now that you see over here. And this is my next target. We covered it a couple times on the way down. And yeah, these are my only few trades today. And obviously, we'll look for more opportunities across the board. I already see people talking about Veru. And I do remember Veru had a catalyst. Miss V, what was Veru's catalyst?
Absolutely, we have Veru on our watch list, guys, and the catalyst is that it's getting positive data from their COVID-19 trial. Their candidate reduced death by 55% in hospitalized patients.
Yeah, so like still COVID fear, and I'm saying COVID fear because I'll go into the next topic after this Veru, but it's very good to see that Veru has a positive catalyst coming in, allowing the stock go all the way back to $9 now. And I'm talking all the way back to because there are these ranges over here in 2021 that Veru was in the crazy 17, 16s ranges. So 115% boost up on a COVID-19 pill for already patients who are already in the hospital, I think, hospitalized patients. So that's still playing out there. And the other topic that I wanted to use the segue of COVID-19 was actually what's going on in NIO. NIO dropped down quite hard in pre-market itself. I believe they dropped about 8% or so in pre-market. And I'm saying that because it
Yeah,
looks like this
more
is
than 9%.
more than 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a complete guess because it looks like they regained half of that move and they're
Yeah.
down 4%. So I'm guessing
Right.
8%,
Good
right?
job.
So that was a random guess. Good stuff for me with that guess over there. Maybe I should go buy some lottery tickets today. No, all fun and games aside. NIO obviously with the COVID-19 restrictions and I'm guessing with a little bit of employment problems that they're having because of COVID-19, dropped down quite a bit in pre-market. Ended up trading around $18, and very good for them though because they did manage to come back a full 4% from that lows and not extend that 10% lows that they ended up actually hitting at one point. Looks like because it says SSRY. So even though NIO is only down 4% today, it is actually on SSR, which means the short sale restricted. You cannot short the stocks by just taking out liquidity on the bids. You have to add liquidity on the offer and wait for the stock to go up in order for you to get short.
Brad, talking about SSR, another day, another MULN, and I will hit that rocket ship. QQQ is down more than 2%, but MULN doesn't care, up more than 12%, 30 million volume on that name.
Yeah, obviously MULN does not care, as you mentioned. Market are negative, both of them. S&P 500 officially down 1%, and Nasdaq has been down more than 1%, almost 2% over here while we're talking about it. And MULN, shake it off, shake it off. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Number one volume on the 1 minute chart. Why are we on the 1 minute chart? Let's go to the 5 minute chart. It'll be number one volume on the 5 minute chart too. No, oh wait, we're not even looking at the right time period. Let's zoom in this way, and there we go. So on the 5 minute chart, this is actually not the highest volume candle, but still a lot of volume coming in over here for MULN. And look how the stock is rising up to the moon, almost back to $3, only 15 cents short of $3 over here. And we know that level stands out for MULN for quite a bit now. So we'll see when that level actually comes into play, if we can work some shorts with it or some longs around the breakout of 3 to a potential move even higher. In this meantime, MES, which is where I'm sure maybe we can just go talk about ES because it doesn't matter what we're talking about, but S&P 500 futures are trying to take out the low a day and extend the losses on the day a little bit more, and I'm guessing Nasdaq will pretty much follow along with it. And if this is doing, then maybe your favorite stocks out there, your Apples, which is down 2% today. Hurts to see Apple almost back to 150s when we were not too long ago at 175s and so on. So Apple coming down now. We still got another obviously $10 for 150, but yeah, down 2%, coming down to the lows. Even Microsoft near 285, which would be a pretty good long idea in my mind for Microsoft, because I was looking at some opportunities, and here we go, around 285. Pretty nice, significant level, even dollar number 285. Let's see if Microsoft manages to continuously find support around there with the low a day of 285.40.
We have big tech stocks on our watch list also, and the drop to the downside on this side is followed by bond yields hit 3-year highs. So again, guys, please make sure you have our watch list, save it to your bookmarks. It's absolutely free, and we post it every morning at around 8:30 a.m. Eastern. All you need to do is register with your Google account or just create one, and voila. It's like every trader has this.
Yeah, big tech has to be on your radar today because obviously a lot of these stocks are coming down. Are you on your live account now?
I'm not yet. I
Not
tried
yet?
to log in, but kind of not allowed at me. So I might talk to Greg if it's already ready, or maybe like any other procedure for
that's
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I need to do the file transfer. So whenever you
Yeah.
do it, maybe today after the
Sure.
show, you let me know
Cool.
and I'll do the file transfer for you.
Thank you, Prad.
Yeah, so I was just gonna see what Tesla was gonna do. Did you trade Tesla today?
I am actually now in a short trade, Prad. I
She's in a
was
short
looking for longs, to be honest with you. I was looking for this 10-15 level for Tesla. I was expecting it to close this gap with the previous close, which is 10.24. Why I chose 10.15? Because I wanted to make sure we're gonna get there, like that it really want to go higher. We never got there, so I tried my short. I'm now short at 987. I'm looking for my first out at 983.
We're under 1,000?
Yes, we are.
We're under 1,000.
Yep.
Oh, time to buy Tesla on our
That's
long-term
right.
account,
That's
right?
right.
So
Well, not only Tesla, what about BTC? We're at 40,000 on Bitcoin.
oh no, we're not. Stop it. You're lying to me.
No.
Stop it. You're lying to me. No. What the heck? No, Bitcoin. Why are you back to 40K? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go right back to 34K. Every single dollar we were in the money, we're gonna lose
Yeah.
it. I mean, I'm already out of the money on AMD now. AMD at $96, so I'm out of the money on AMD. I guess the only thing I'm in the money now is Apple, and very soon Apple will also be out of the money for me. But this is the nature of the game that we play, and we love playing it without a doubt. So eventually, it's just time to buy more dip opportunities. So Tesla right now, let's see what Tesla does today. Today it is already down 3.5% with 9 million shares traded. Let's go also take a look at Facebook. I think Arun was in a Facebook short off the open. I heard that. So let's just quickly go cover Facebook too. Facebook with almost 7 million shares traded today, down 2.4%. Still under VWAP 218 or so. So if Facebook does pop up to VWAP, and Apple and Microsoft, I'm looking at them on my secondary screen right now, are also trying to make a little pop right now. That could take the overall market with us. Let me go quickly take a look at what my Twitter short is doing, and at the moment, my Twitter short is doing absolutely jack all. Like it's just trading sideways around here. My hiccups. I do have an order over here to take some more exit out on the way down, but let's see if that happens. And futures are indeed taking out the low a day. Futures took out the low a day. We're more in the money. We're 11 points in the money on a future short. So that's a ton of money right there that I have not realized yet. And I don't know why I'm not realizing it, but I guess I'll find out later on. Roku short 114. Let's go to Roku. Roku is obviously a short in my mind always, but one thing that does puzzle me about Roku, honestly, is so off the earnings report. Once again, I'm sorry if my voice is really raspy. I'm trying my best not to sound raspy, but I hope everything is bearable for you guys
It's
on
not
your
that
end.
bad.
Yeah. So on earnings day over here, Roku did come off pretty hard, and I'm still waiting for this $80 target on Roku. But every time we come down the downside near 100, Roku bounces back to 140, and that kind of creates the pa McDonald's logo right here. Every time we see that, so I would like for Roku to actually break 100 to the downside, and go near those $80 levels that I've been waiting for a long time. But no, there's too much support coming in around, especially this level too. Notice the amount of bottoms we have coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and almost 8 lows have been created on this level of 113, 112.50 area. So if you do want to short this area, make sure that yeah, it's kind of like the same future short that I have, 44, 45 resistance, and I actually do like the trade a lot. Don't get me wrong, I like the trade a lot, but I would not give too much risk for it. If I would maybe give it up to 50 cents above here, and the fact that the spread alone is 20 cents, maybe I would have to give it more than 50 cents, to be honest. Let's quickly also take a look at what the relative volume is on Roku, because that would be a pretty good indication of how easy would it be to get out of the trade in case you're wrong. It's slightly under 1, so that's not bad. If it's below 0.5, I would say don't even bother trading it. There's better opportunities out there for trading, but since it's slightly around 1, this could be a decent short. Just jumped past the $10. I'm guessing you're talking about Veru, VERU. VERU just indeed went past $10, and wow, launching to the moon right here. It's about to halt very soon. I can sense the halt coming in. My Yoda senses, my Jedi senses are tickling right now, and I can sense a halt coming in very soon. Veru now up 134%. Very surprising the stock has not halted yet at all until now. Yeah, the stock is not halted, and I'm waiting to see when the halt comes, because when it does, I will be ready to punch in a long over here on the stock.
People, yeah, keep talking about that very crazy. It deserves a rocket ship.
Indeed, it's ripping up right now. Now we're at 1060, 1070,
Whoa.
1080, 1090. 11. Oh, there we go. Halt. Oh, I don't want to get trapped through a fake halt. It's not going to be a fake halt. Okay, I'm in. Are you going to halt? Oh my god, that scared me for a second. Veru, VERU. That scared me for a second. I was like, is this gonna halt or no? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I am into the halt. It halted at 10:22, and we're theoretical open is 10:97. So we're gonna think about selling some on the mock open here, on the chances that it opens up. Let's see what happens over here. Nasdaq. Is my order out? Veru, Nasdaq out. Okay, we're covering a pretty hefty size of our entry over here on the halt open. Obviously, right now we have to wait 5 minutes. Theoretical price, it says it's going to open around 1097, and we're halted at 1092. Veru about to take off to the moon here, looks like. Let's go check out Veru on the daily chart. Look at that candle of Veru on the daily chart. Let's also go take a look at what the float is and what the relative volume is. Float's actually not bad, 64 million. Today's volume 138. Relative volume 782 times. 782 times relative volume. That's a lot of eyes. That's a lot of volume. And that's obviously something we want to be part of. So let's see if the stock can open a little bit higher than $11. That would be amazing for me. If it doesn't, I'm going to be crying. And looks like someone in our training group or graduate actually sent me a picture of Veru. Why'd you post that in there? Why are we never in these? Well, you're not in that, buddy. I am. Haha. Fred, so what are you going to do at the end of the halt? I am going to exit some of my position, and I'm going to try and hold some of my position. At the same time, I'm going to have an order to get out of break even in case it does rip right back against me, because I'm not going to be holding that even a single penny against me, because that's just type of the trader I am. No risk, full reward only, please. No risk, full reward.
Justin, the marketing guy, says that he got in VERU at 7.
At $7.
Yeah,
Wow, Justin.
nice, Justin.
I guess Justin should be sitting here now, and we should just we should be doing Justin's job instead, because that's a crazy entry on VERU. Let's go, Justin. 7 to 1092. Awesome. Watch it open at 8. If it opens at 8, it opens at 8. No problem with that. You take a loss on a setup that has been always very, very successful for us over here at the office. So if it opens at 8, we open at 8. Don't get stuck on Veru. That's true. Yeah, don't get stuck on Veru, ladies and gentlemen. It could be a little volatile over here, especially off the open. This is why I'm actually watching it like a hawk at the moment. I don't want it to open without me. And it looks like it halted at around 11:15, so around 11:20. Looks like in the next 2 minutes or so we will open up, and we'll see what happens around then. I'm in a 750. Let's go, Lexi. Everyone's on Veru at the lows today. Congratulations, everyone, because you're smoking your position at the moment.
That's right.
Let's quickly go check out what the market's looking like. The market looks like it wants to 44.30 is getting tapped by the top barrier, but we still have a range of 44.35 on the S&P 500 for it to open up a little bit and then go back to the downside maybe. Obviously, we're waiting for the futures, not futures. We're waiting for what Apple and Microsoft do today, because these ones are going to be your biggest basket stocks that move the overall futures. And right now Microsoft looks like it wants to go back to the low a day, break the low a day, and actually go test the 285 level that I've been talking about earlier. And even AMD, I do want to go long AMD, but not just yet. I'd much rather be going long AMD at what's it called, around $95. Let me see a fail break of 95 for for AMD, and then I'll be gladly looking for a entry back in there. Looks like we're still looking at around 1097 open for this stock. It hasn't really gone past 1097, which is not the best for me. Looks like we're only going to make about a couple pennies here on this move up, and we're going to try and see if we can hold the last few shares for a possible even bigger pump right to the, let's see where could Veru go. So the fact that Veru took out this $10 level not too long ago, looks like we want to go play with higher ranges on VERU.
Brad, a few people were talking about that HOTH. We are up more than 125%, 81 million volume, and there are actually news for jump like this. the therapeutics company posted positive preclinical data from cancer therapy trial. I was actually looking at 22 million free float, by the way. I was looking for 1.20 level for shorts. We never got there yet, or I'm not sure if we're gonna do so.
Wow. Sorry, Miss V. Vero just opened up pretty close to 1092, but it looks like we're actually gonna try and rip up off here. I do have my stop out. Wait, I don't have my stop out. I'm actually gonna take my profits. Holy moly. Oh, what a big trade for me right there. I should have. Why am I not holding? What am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? Whatever, we made the profits. Just shut up and take the profits, Pride. That was a big trade right there. Congratulations on anyone who's still holding it. I just completely FOMO'd it. I looked at my P&L. My hands started getting sweaty. You know, I'm not a rune, so obviously, what am I gonna do with it? I'm gonna take my profits and I'm gonna run with it. Holy moly, man, this stock is very insane right now. It's still trying to go, so it looks like it tapped 12 bucks on the high side, and it's trying to rip again. And if it does rip past 12, obviously I'm going to be a little upset. For the amount of size I had, I could hold at least some of it and not completely close the trade and chicken out of it. But obviously a lot of volatility, a lot of momentum. It's just moving in 20 cents in seconds. So within a second, it's up 20 cents and it's down 20 cents. So that scared me a little bit. So at the end of the day, still a good trade for me. And I'm going to quickly go to futures over here because futures are still going to the downside. My level for the futures downside today was actually 44.20. I don't think futures go much below 44.20. So the fact that we're actually going even more lower here on the futures might just get me excited about covering some of my futures here. We're now 13 points in the money on futures, and Twitter, we're still in the money on Twitter, but my order, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Looks like I got skipped by a couple pennies on my order, but I'm not moving up my order now. That's fine with me. Let's go back to Veru. Actually, let's go to Miss V because I cut her off. Sorry, Miss V.
That's all fine. I was talking about that HOTH if you also want to take a look at this one. So we did a 120% jump to the upside. Now slowly faded down. Now trying again go back to VWAP. But again, I'm looking for 120 level for shorts on this name if we ever get there.
So HOTH, yeah, this was also on the watch list, you said, right?
It was not on the watch list, but there are news that they posted positive preclinical data from cancer therapy trial.
It was on the other watch list that I read when I come to work. So HOTH, 100 million shares today. Thank you, Ms. V, for the catalyst, the cancer therapeutic catalyst coming in from there, allowing the stock to be obviously above 100%. But looks like we kind of stalled out on the momentum of the stock. You know, most of the move looks like pre-market, and then we just went sideways. Obviously it's a penny stock turning into $1 now and trading sideways. It looks like we're gonna have to wait for a push coming in later on in the day, or maybe the stock goes to $1 slowly throughout the day to test if there is any support near $1 and then get the bounce that we're looking for to VWAP or something, which is still quite a bit of a move to the downside for a dollar stock. So HOTH today looks like it did cap itself out near $1.70, which was actually a pre-market high. Yeah, it was a pre-market high. And if we go look at it on the dailies over here for HOTH, I think we can even find support before going to 120. So looking at these highs right now on HOTH near 130, the stock seems to be trying to bounce in front of 130 itself. And this is like, you know, when in doubt, zoom out. So 130 resistance looks like it's turning into support, and the 170 resistance is already acting like a resistance as it should. So just let it play out in that range, in my opinion, and then we'll see where the buyers or supports come in at a different point of time. HOTH, though, as on the relative volume scale, is probably pretty big. Yeah, 65 times relative volume is a lot of eyes on HOTH. Let's go back to Veru so I can go regret on my trade. Yeah, it's still above 11 bucks. So I don't know if did it go below 10 over there or below 11. Looks like it did go below 11 and actually went below haul price by 30 pennies. So I would have actually gotten stopped out if I was holding anything. So at the end of the day, you know, I would have gotten stopped out if I was holding any shares because it did go below my entry, and I would have covered some probably up top over here. But man, still a lot of eyes. Look at that. It's heating up one more time. For $11 stock, the spread is 10 cents. That's not good for me for the most part. You know, if I'm giving for $11 stock, I give like around 3 to 4 cents of risk. But for something that's moving so crazily, you got to give give it more than that. You got to give a little bit more room because it just whips 20 cents in 3 seconds for you. So you got to give a little bit more wiggle room for this one. Right now though, looks like we're coming back down after tapping 12. I'm not sure if there's any more buying coming in to go to 12. Oh, never mind. Look at that. All the selling is actually on the smaller size than the buying looks like, but I'm just guessing this. Let me just actually focus to see if that's what it is. It looks pretty even. It looks actually pretty even, the buying and the selling size that are coming in over here. Let me refilter this for a bigger size. Let's refilter this for $11 stock. Let's do 3,000. So 2,999, 2,999. Let's see any stocks over any size over 3,000 shares really, and what direction they're going to with their 3,000 shares. For the most part, not even big orders of 3,000 come in on a frequent enough of a frequency. So let's cut it down to 2,000 shares. So here we go. So anyone with 2,000 shares or more, I want to see you. And for the most part, they're only trading on the mid prints. There we go. Yeah, it looks like we got some ceiling maybe being put into over here because we're not seeing big buyers come in. No real big buyers are coming in just now. I'll disable that, and now we'll see some bunch of little baby prints coming in, shaking out people. Those are just baby prints that should not matter too much. All right. GXC on New York on AM. On AM. Okay, GXC on AM is not really doing any volume. Hopefully it has some sort of a spike in it that I can talk about. Looks like my charts are going to take a second to load. So let's go here. GXC. What is GXC? GXC SPR China ETF. Okay, so S&P China ETF, I'm guessing these hold Chinese stocks in them, obviously down 2%. Something that I actually use is FXI.AM. This looks a lot more liquid than CGI. You know, 23 million shares traded on CGX. Sorry, this looks a lot more liquid than CGX. 23 million shares traded here, and this holds your big tech stocks. So your big companies that are like Baba and Baidu and so on. So FXI is a way better pick in my opinion. And looks like Veru just took out $12 there, went up to $12.22 and came back to the downside. So Veru, there we go. What went past 12 slowly or slightly past 12. I don't know why I said slowly. I can't think right now. But now trying to see if we can come back to the downside, find support. So far, in my opinion, we still have support around the halt price, even though we went slightly under it. There is still support at the halt price, which means the stock wants to break out of 12 and rip past 12. So let's see if that happens. And let me just throw the screenshot in Branko's face, who said, "Why are we never in these?" And I'll be like, "Ha ha ha! I am in that, baby." All right, Miss V.
Brad, I was just keeping an eye on most active volume movers on the market. So here, of course, that Veru, HOTH, and AT&T suddenly woke up, and we have 62 million volume. We also have upgrade on AT&T from JP Morgan Chase and Company.
Yeah, AT&T also had a spin-off of Warner Brothers Discovery. I think that's what it's called. Or maybe there's a longer name to it. But Warner Brothers Discovery, the spin-off that AT&T had, obviously they got to upgrade, and also AT&T is going to bring in a bunch of extra money directly to that side of the Discovery, not just of the media creation business, directly to them. Not sure why my charts are taking so long to load today. The past 3 charts have done this, so give it a second here. Come on, charts, stop being annoying. Okay, if you are going to be annoying, I'm going to have to go somewhere else. All right, so AT&T, man, even with that upgrade, though, AT&T looks like it actually got pushed down quite a bit. Oh, this is on the dailies, right? This is on the dailies, and looks like that. It looks like, how are we positive on AT&T? Yeah, we're not. We're down 19% on AT&T after that spin-off. That makes a lot more sense because now the charts actually match up to what I am actually seeing. Obviously, they did get an upgrade, said Miss V.
But yeah, JP Morgan upgraded the stock, but for example, Bank of America cut price target, and Deutsche Bank also cuts its price target to 24 from 30.
Yeah, so 230? From
from
30,
30 to 24.
to 24. So
Uh,
looks like 24 is actually around was trading a couple days ago, and today after that spin-off, they lost about 19 to 20% of its value on AT&T.
Another one, IVDA, also RIP City deserves that rocket ship, 57% to the upside. Looks like we found bottom here at 2.80 and back to day highs. Also on our watch list, guys.
What is going on with my charts today? I don't get this. Let me just quickly close these for me and then reopen them because something's for sure lagging them out. It's just these two that are lagging for some reason. So let me just close after 6 seconds. 5, 4. Miss V, you want to take over in the meantime so I can reload these charts?
Sure. So guys,
Thank you.
I am in Tesla. Again, my level was 987, and I was looking for my first buyback from my short at 983. We almost got there. We were like at 984, but QQQ now show a little bit strength to go higher. We are now down 1.92%. So does Tesla, also trying to go higher. I would look probably for this 1000 level. If we break it and show strength, this will be my stop loss, but hopefully I will be able to turn this a little short into profit. And again, earlier I was looking for long on Tesla at around 10-15 level, looking into closing this gap with the previous close.
All right, so hopefully my charts work better now. I just refreshed them. And IVDA is what Miss V was mentioning when I actually was pulling this up. 26 million shares. And let me go check what the flow is and the relative volume is. IVDA. Iveda Solutions, Iveda 6 million flow, pretty low float over there. 1.6k relative volume, ton of eyes, obviously ripping up to the north side. I want to also go see if this is a recent IPO because on our platform it looks like there's not much trading that took place on this chart. Never mind. Maybe our chart just didn't load the history one over there. But yeah, overall IVDA looks like. How are you up 50%? I guess from this low over here, from $2 to jumping over $3. That makes sense. You're up 50%. But looks like we could have some ceiling coming in around $3.80 or even $4 on this stock. So around $3.80 to $4, I would give it that range as resistance on this position while it's trying to move up at the moment, along with the overall futures. So S&P 500 is just trying to move up right now from the low of days, which is 44.25 to 44.32 right now. Nice little move up on the futures, and Nasdaq was also moving up along with it. So that was the S&P 500. This is the Nasdaq. Let's see where the Nasdaq is going to, from a 14.033 low to 14.079 is what we're looking at right now on the Nasdaq. Also, beautiful recovery coming in. Twitter, which is my short, only 40 cents in the money now compared to being $1 in the money. Moving back to VWAP, let's see how Twitter behaves around $47. If we do get back there, I will be gladly thinking about looking for my short opportunity once again. And Apple and Microsoft is what I actually want to mainly focus on. Apple almost back to the 100 period EMA, currently at 166.66. What are the chances of that, right? It just happens to be that that's the price I notice as soon as I pull it up. Anyways, so 166.66 on Apple, and Microsoft currently at 286.66. Wow. What? Yo, I can't make this up, right? I can't be making this up. You guys are seeing this in front of me, right? I'm not making this up. All right. AMC. Let's go check out what AMC is doing. AMC today down only 1%, which is very good for AMC in my opinion. Obviously for the apes, anytime we're around 20 bucks, even slightly under 20 bucks, that's a great position. I do believe that the AMC has a magnet to $20 all the time. So every time it does go back to the downside on AMC, I like it under $16, to be honest. Under 16 would be a good move to 20, but right now in this current high inflationary period that that the market is looming under and scared for. Even positions such as AMD are around 100, or even Apple near 150 looks scary because market is just going lower and lower and lower every day. We're just seeing big down moves, and you know, people are worried for the long-term accounts right now. Bitcoin already being talked about in the chat, going, they're turning red. So I can't sit here and say I like AMD long to 20, especially when I'd rather go buy AMDs and Microsofts over there. But that is my prognosis. That's my deal. That's how I like to trade my stocks. So obviously, for those who are in AMCs and GMEs, you know, my prayers are with you at all times of the day. Take it back to the moon for these stocks. So AMC down only 1%, whereas Nasdaq is down 1.72. S&P 500 also down 1%. GME down 2% today, but still pretty close to 150s because it's only down $10 from 150s. And AMD, which is my baby, down to 4 full percent today. Apple 2 full percent to the downside. Microsoft down another 2 full percent. 4% on Microsoft, almost 3.5%. And NVIDIA today currently down another, I believe, 5. Yeah, NVIDIA came off pretty hard in pre-market itself. I don't remember if it was a downgrade or if it was something else.
NVIDIA?
NVIDIA.
Yes, NVIDIA downgraded today, but Robert W. Baird.
So yeah, NVIDIA getting pushed down from a downgrade. So SOXX on Nasdaq, which is what the semiconductor ETF is, obviously reflecting what semiconductors look like today, down 1.5. And these are your Microns, your Intels, your Nvidias, and your AMDs. So all of them. Wow, Micron actually on the positive side, looking on the complete different spectrum of semiconductors. So Micron up actually flat and trying to play around the high a day. We're only 2 pennies away from high a day on Micron. That means Intel is probably strong as F2. So let's go check out Intel INTC on Nasdaq. Intel's not looking as bad as NVIDIA and AMD. Makes a lot more sense. Obviously, Intel always holds up and is the strongest of them as far as I've noticed. Intel.
Nice move to the upside for the market. And also Ziggy on the chat asking where to check the SSR list. So I found this for you on NASDAQTrader.com. You can here download this list simply like this, and here are all the names that are on SSR on the given name. So again, I sent you the link on the chat, so make sure you come and check it out.
No, sorry, Missy. Veru just halted again. I was trying to get into another halt position on Veru there. Veru just halted. This time we halted at 1288 and it wants to open at 13. So this halt could be a better halt than the original halt I got into. This is just from experience. I'm just speaking from experience. Every time we get into a halt zone though, the halts kind of also slow them, how they open up slow down. So this is the second halt, but on the second halt we're seeing already a bigger theoretical auction open price indication than the last time. So looks like this will open up a little bit more and move even more drastically off this halt. So I tried to get half the size that I had originally, but I missed out on this opportunity. Can someone tell me what the fees are for Veru Short? Maybe Neil? Veru Short fees, please. So I want to see if I can actually pay for shorts here because it's as juicy. Cause it might be as juicy on the downside. Maybe. Oh. Yeah. They're free for us. Okay, let's go. So closest to free. Yeah. So I'll tell you exactly how much I want. Yeah, I'll message in the chat. It might just be as juicy on the down halts as it is on the up halts. So if it is good for us, we'll smoke it on the way down too. We'll see what happens. Veru right now going absolutely crazy. 172 million shares traded and ripping up, man, ripping up. Looks like this one will be something that we have to watch again because where did it halt at? 1137. So it'll open at 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So 1142, 22. We can expect it to open around there. We'll bring it back right now. We have about 2 minutes to do that. So let's go take a look at a different stock until this one pops up for us. So in the meantime, In the meantime, we can go take a look at other stocks. Veru, hold or sell right now? Well, obviously it's halted, and theoretical auction price just went up by 1 penny. It's not something big, but obviously it wants to go higher. In my opinion, I would try to cover some on the way up and hold some for maybe a bigger move, right? That's just how I would trade it. But then I can't really say that's how I would trade it when I didn't trade it that way. I got scared and I closed my whole position on that move up right here. So I don't know if I can really say that that's how I would do it, right? But how I would like to do it, as long as, you know, the fear of a slipper from coming across the room is there, how I would like to, sorry? I said as long as the fear of the slipper coming across the room is there, the way I would like to trade it is take some profits and still hold some, but obviously I didn't do that. So I guess the fear of the slipper is not there. All right. I'm holding till $14. Yeah, I think I was a little scared on doing that. Obviously, on not doing that. Looks like clearing this $10 level give me enough chance to load up on the halt over here near 10. Or near 11, sorry, and then I got scared, obviously, but now it looks like we could just go test this 15-14 level off of technicals, just purely off of technicals. But let's see what actually happens. Now it wants to open at 13.25, so theoretical auction price just went up a little bit higher on the stock. This stock is going to be wild today, without a doubt. I thought I was going to lose my voice yesterday or on the day before because of Formula One. And hey, Max Verstappen is DNF, did not finish. Ha ha ha, Maxi. And then 3 and 4 Mercedes. Let's go, W gang, right? And UFC, those are some crazy fights on UFC. Hamza Chimaev, I thought he would demolish on a way more drastic fashion, but he did not. And yeah, I'll let Miss V take over for a while until the stock opens up. Unless you have, you're busy. And then
I can only add, everyone talk about that Veru or Viru, you can say. And Justin says that his out is going to be at 14. Justin crashing it today. Let's see. Do you know where it's supposed to open on Veru?
Yeah, it halted at 12.88. It opens at 13.25.
13.25. So let's go, Justin. Hopefully it will hit $14 very, very soon. And I just wanted to bring guys earnings real quick. We don't have a lot of names today after the close and tomorrow before the open. But this week is dedicated to banks. A lot of banks will be reporting earnings, so stay tuned. It's going to be fun. And here we have a few names. This ACI, I've heard guys were talking about that, so that might be exciting. Besides that, I'm not sure. So guys, write in the comments if you find any of those names exciting to trade tomorrow.
All right, so Veru opened up. It went up to 1371 off that halt. So it opened up at 1340, went up to 1371, and now the only way I'm playing this is probably on a down halt. If we do get into a down halt area, let's see if I can build into the position. But right now, man, obviously, right back to the north side we go. Man, what amount of momentum, what volume coming in. I gotta filter this tape because there's a lot of useless small size trades coming in that don't really have any meaning to me. So let's filter that tape for, let's go 500 shares filtering. So 500 shares still pretty small, so I'm actually going to go 1,000 shares filter. So 1,000 shares filter, and this kind of slows down the tape for me a little bit and allows me to read the tape a little better, and also shows me where the big money is trading. So let's focus on the tape. It looks like we are seeing some good fights happening between buyers and the sellers, and the ceiling right now at $13.91. $14 high, I guess you could say $14, because we were only off by 9 pennies on VERU. It could still take out 14 for anyone who is looking for that. Here we go. It's trying to pick back up there, and now we're only off by 3 pennies off that $14 level. Tons of volume still going on, 177 million shares. I might get in on another halt up, and then once it starts halting to the downside, I'll get in on the halt downs without a doubt. So just waiting to see what the stock will do. I want my Happy Meal 14. Let's go. Get that Happy Meal, baby. It's about to either break it or immediately crush the downside, and that's where we're waiting to see if we can get into our trade opportunity. I'm out. Enjoy the rest, fellas. Have a good one, Faded. Hope you had a great day today, especially with Viru. Looks like a lot of you were trading Viru today. 206% to the north side, all the way from $6 areas that a lot of you have your positions built into. And now you guys are watching your positions fly almost 300%. Oh, sorry, well, not through. Almost, 150% in the money for you. And it makes me very happy watching this for our traders. Makes me very happy even trade it for you guys today live on TraderTV.Live Market Movers Show.
That's right. Not only Veru, but NIO is also moving. And again, as we mentioned earlier, we were down more than 9% in the pre-market. And look at this.
Yeah.
We are moving higher and higher. So does QQQ. We're now down 1.75% on the day.
Well, that's pretty crazy move over there on NIO actually. Remember how we were down like almost 10% on NIO in pre-market? Now we're only down 2% on NIO. So pretty big move on NIO, but I think once we get to $20, that has to be a short opportunity. That's too big of a move off of a negative catalyst. Obviously, the catalyst also could not be that much fear behind it. Once the offices open back up after the COVID-19 restriction that they're going through right now, and that's what I think people are buying them up for. It could just be buy the rumor, sell the news or whatever. So all that combined, we just got to see how the stock behaves near $20. For some stock to regain from all the way to the lows to the highs was pretty insane of a move. Oh Lord, I need BBIG to announce. BBIG to announce will be actually the next step for BBIG, obviously. We're waiting to see when that happens. Today with 10 million shares traded, looks like they actually had a decent pop of 4% on BBIG. What's going on? What are you wondering about? Viru? Oh my goodness, Viru now above $14. Anyone still in this? What's going on? Viru's still ripping to the north side, man. And I'm just waiting for halts. I only play halts in this stock at the moment because there's way too much nonsense for me to deal with without the halt. Halt is so much easier. It's just get in, get out, and I'm done with that trade. I don't have to worry about the extra variables, which is all this extra fear of it going up and down 50 cents in a second. I don't have to deal with that fear. But right now though, this Veru is just still very volatile, still very insane. We're looking at 100 million shares traded and look like maybe I think 3 minutes we traded 100 million shares. That's still a lot of eyes going on. Still a lot going on. Market makers are creating strikes on Veru April contracts, and they are being eaten up. For sure, they're being eaten up right now. Options writers. Here we go. Veru still trying to go north. We're once again above $14 on VERU, and trying to see what we want to do. I think we might just go to 15, 16 before we actually see some downward candles coming in. And if that doesn't happen, then oh man, did I miss out on making some serious money today by not holding on to my position from where I got in at. Can you look at Tesla for possible shorts, please? Watch out, Veru might halt again to the downside. It might halt to the downside here. It just dropped a buck from 14.57 to 13.57. So we're watching Veru right now. Let's see what happens. We're all very patient up here. I'm sure there's like at least 15 monitors on this floor right now watching Veru. So tons of eyes on here. Got Veru at $5. Nice. Can you look at Tesla, Miss V?
For possible shorts, Josh Gilling asking, well, I am actually short on Tesla again at 9.87. Stock went a little bit against me, around $2. As QQQ jumped a little bit, but now we're trying to go back lower. Again, I feel like today is the bear day for Tesla, and my idea behind is that we will try to go back to day lows and maybe then bounce back to the upside from that levels. Again, my first out I'm looking for is 983, and hopefully for me we will get there. But again, my stop loss would be 1000. If we break 1000 to the upside, I'm not going to hold that name anymore.
Yeah, so thank you, Miss V, for that Tesla short coverage over here. Market's still negative, obviously. Market's now down 1.15%, or has been for the most part. I'm talking about the S&P 500 there. Nasdaq down about 1.78%. We're still waiting to see what VERU does. So let me put VERU on my second monitor over here so I can keep a track on it. And then in the meantime, I can go over to VERU is coming down now, so we're not gonna move away from it just yet. I just wanted to go look at what IWM Russell 2000 and the diamonds are looking like today. But we're still having such serious FOMO of not holding any size from the original entry and having almost $4 in the money trade there with the size we took. And now we want to FOMO into our next trade over here on a possible short halt on a downside halt. So here we go, very trying to see what it wants to do near the $13. Keep in mind it halted at 12.88 and it opened at 13.40, so it has to find support, in my opinion, around 12.88 or so, and it is doing so very successfully. Every time we go below 13, we immediately bounce back above 13 and we find support around the halt price. If we find support at this halt price and support at the previous halt price, that shows me that there's still a lot of buying there, or market makers are just cutting off the supply, not letting the stock go too far to the downside so they can trap a little bit more people and then flush it to the downside by pulling the rug eventually. That's just market mechanics. I'm not saying that this is exactly what has to happen. We've seen this happen time and time before. Eventually the supply gets shut off for the amount of demand that's there, and it just comes all the way back to the downside, which is where we take advantage of as day traders. We take advantage of that volatile down move, especially if it halts to the downside. We take advantage of it by going into the halt short the same way we entered long into the halt. I reloaded HOTH with the stop loss. Buyers from Veru might come back. Buyers from Veru might come back. But here's something that I always tell people. Don't depend on buyers from one place or other, because buyers from here could have probably gone beaten up for a loss. You never know. Maybe someone bought here and they sold it down here. Maybe someone bought here and they're now worried that it's not pumping back up and they're going to sell it over here. If they take a loss, there's no way they're coming back, right? So that idea of buyers from one area might bleed into your stock, or sellers from one area might bleed into your stock, is generally not a good way to look at it. It's better to just be patient and have those people show up their cards first. Have them show them your cards, show them that they have pocket aces, and then you can bet behind them. That's the advantage we have over here as day traders, and being able to read time of sales and level 2. You basically have big money showing you that they have pocket aces, and then the dealer is asking you if you want to bet behind them. But in poker, you don't know or in blackjack, for example, you don't know what cards you have before you have to put your bets in first, right? So same idea applies over here, just kind of different. So just be patient, confirm your trade with those cards being shown, in my opinion, at least. That's how I would like to decide on that entry. Right now, we're still seeing Veru bounce around $13. Miss V?
And again, guys, Tesla back to the level I got short in. Again, looks like hard for Tesla to break that 984 level, as we came around this area for around 3 times already. Never broke it to the downside. Anyways, I will continue holding. And we are moving sideways. I really want some action happen and either go lower, so I will have a profitable day, or higher. And another one, HOTH, also a few people talk about this, also sideways moves, and I'm looking for more volume to come, and also choose the direction and go there.
Someone mentioned, Prad, can you explain why you look at level 2 if anyone can fake the numbers? That is 100% right. People can spoof their orders. Obviously, it's an illegal mechanic. You're not supposed to be doing that. You could get fined for it. Spoofing is not fair to the market either, but doesn't mean it doesn't happen all the time. It does. How can you really confirm that it's not a spoof or it is a spoof? And what you do for that is, once again, patience, confirmation. Once there's actually size on the book, you look at the level 2 and the time of sales, combine the two skills together, and you can confirm that the size is actually legitimate or not, because size is being taken from that order. So without the level 2 and without the time of sales, you don't even know what's going on the chart. All you're doing is just watching the candlesticks move up and down, and you're predicting the candlesticks, which doesn't really make sense to me. But but when you look at how the numbers on the level 2 match up with the time of sales, and if that size is a big size, and they just keep churning the size, they just keep churning the size, but the size does not deplete, that's something that I could take a long off of. There's something I can take a short off of. There's something that I can scalp off of. There's a lot of things that you can do there at the end of the day. So you got to figure out really what level 2 reading is, because it's not just looking at level 2. You're looking at multiple other variables and a system built upon that system. Every pro trader enters a low number. That's not necessarily true. It just depends on what type of order type you're using. Some people use iceberg gateways. Some people don't use iceberg gateways. It really depends on what people are using. People maybe even go trade in the dark pool just to hide their size from other people. So that's not necessarily true over there. But that is an opportunity that traders can use. Even us over here at Day Trade the World can use iceberg orders and use dark pools. But for the most part, I've never seen anyone, at least myself, I've never seen myself use it, and I don't think any of the new traders here will. Prad will be so happy to get a Happy Meal toy. Get him a chicken sandwich instead of a burger. Just I'll be happy with the Happy Meal toy. I'm not gonna deny that without a doubt. Twitter only 10 cents in the money now. Twitter is actually moving back up to the north side. Twitter up now 1 full % on the day, even after the whole not delisting. I don't know why the word delisting came to my head. Even after the fail joining of the board through Elon Musk. And the rumors that it could be because he wants to hostile take over the whole company and everything. Twitter today, though, did rip up to the north side, now back again to the downside, and now back again to the upside. So very, very up and down for Twitter. Looks like I might just get stopped out on my short here. We'll see what happens. Overall, though, we're still positive on that stock. We're in the money on Twitter. And futures at the moment are slightly above from the low a day. Looks like we are now at the 100 period EMA. Yeah, we are on the 100 period EMA. This is the 1 minute chart. So let's actually go to a different time period chart real quick. Let's go to the 5 minute and look at what the futures are. Yeah, we're not even at the 100 or the 50 on the 5 minute chart, but there's a clear resistance around 44.35, which I think I should have my stop around there to get out for profit on the futures short. But knowing Arun, he says you gotta risk some to make some, so I'm going to risk some to make some and have my stop somewhere else. Good info about level 2. Don't just watch your level 2 and watch those time of sales to confirm. Yes, confirmation is a big deal without a doubt. You gotta confirm your trades. I've been on those negative sides on non-confirmation trades a lot of times to realize how important it is. Luca actually talks about this a lot, about the filling in the backside of a stock and how much important it is to wait for the backside, which is basically, for example, how I'm talking about AMD. I don't want to go long AMD 96. I want to go long AMD 95. But if you actually look at it right now, that's the backside that Luca always talks about, which is let AMD break below 96 and show you that there is no more selling below 96. So the selling off on AMD shuts off at 95, 94, where the stops get hunted, and then AMD is basically up 70 cents above from that low. So you got an 80-cent scalp on that. NIO talks about this all the time too. Wait for a fail break of a level. A fail break doesn't mean that the level
Wow.
there's actually like a reasoning behind it. There's stops over there, there's options for it and everything. What's up, mister?
CYTR on the chat, someone brought it up,
Coyote.
and it's running. It's not a therapeutics company, up 77%.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what the heck just happened to this one? This stock just woke up out of nowhere, and strapped on the booster rockets from SpaceX. I was actually watching that documentary about SpaceX. I think this is the second documentary I've seen on Netflix about SpaceX. This is actually pretty cool, but I also believe that Elon Musk is spending tons of money to make that documentary, to do some bigger plan in the back. But who knows, right? But yeah, they just slapped on these booster rockets over here to 80% to the north side. We go on CYTO, 12 million shares traded. Did you mention a catalyst for it?
I do not see catalyst.
No catalyst for it.
It just says that it was like 8 a.m. So I don't think this move is followed by that. But again, some positive data from some trials.
Okay, so another drug stock over there, some trial, some positive data helping from FDA Catalyst, basically helping them out. Let's go check out what Viru's still doing. Still around 13 bucks. That's actually surprising to me. I would have expected it to get slightly below 13, but no, we're still hanging around near 13, and looks like we just want to hang out over here a little bit longer. Obviously, keep in mind volume is going to start coming off right now. Only 2 minutes for lunchtime. We're at well, 1 minute now. It's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which means a lot of this volume will start depleting from the market. We'll start seeing slower moves overall, especially on trades like, on Twitter, maybe on Apple. What is Apple doing at the moment? Apple hitting VWAP and might start going back to the downside. Microsoft, I'm guessing, is also at VWAP. Not really. Microsoft's struggling a lot more than other stocks today. Microsoft hanging out at 286 at the lower days, and Apple hanging out at VWAP, which means Apple might start going back to the downside over here. If Facebook is at VWAP / going to the downside, that's also a good indication. Yep, it is. What is Amazon doing? Amazon should be also something similar to that. Come on, Amazon. Yeah, very similar to that. And Google, GOOG. If all of these look similar, that just gives me more confidence about my own trade. Yeah, Google about to take out the lower day. That gives me confidence, more confidence in my own shorts over here on futures, which were still 8 points in the money, we haven't really realized our big profitable contracts yet. We're just holding on to them. Let's quickly go back to Viru. Viru's still trying to hang out over here to see what it wants to do. Reload Viru. I'll be honest, no, I'm not going long at these highs over here. But if you do want to go long, there's a very obvious downside exit that I would have, which is maybe 1250. If 1250 breaks, I don't want to hold in the long. So you're risking about 30 cents for a possible breakout of $14. But also it's that time of the day where I don't like trading breakout trades, right? It's lunchtime. Breakout trades have less of a follow through because of the lack of volume, and the stock has already bumped up twice and halted twice to the upside. There is a rule where stocks only go 3 times maximum, not maximum, but there is a hidden rule where like a stock goes up 3 times and halts and goes down 3 times and halts. So if any time a stock goes more than 3 times and halts, I don't enter the 4th halt or the 5th halt. I stay away from that. So Viru over here is just, I'm gonna have to let it go into the 3rd halt, which I might be a part of for the long side, but I will not be any more halts after that at all. It's just too scary. It's just impossible.
Finally, my first out of this short on Tesla. Tesla
Nice.
came to that 983 level. Was a long way, and again I will hope we will touch that 980 at least. So I still have like around 80% of my position. I will get out about 50% that left at that 980 level, and then if we break 980 and we'll go to lows, I will be only happy about that. So congrats. I know that some of the viewers shorting Tesla from 992 level out of that VWAP, so looks like a nice trade for us.
Yeah, beautiful short over there for Miss V. Congratulations. Market's still coming to the downside, so hopefully you're still holding some for the down move. Beautiful. So here comes market to the Tesla lower day. We're currently lower day 44.25 on the Nasdaq. Sorry, not Nasdaq. S&P 500 futures, and we're at 44.28 right now. So 11 points in the money on the S&P 500 futures for me. 35 cents in the money for my Twitter short, and I really don't have any other trades today at all. I've only had 21 trades today, and I've made more money than I've had in a single day all of last week. So that thanks, most of those things goes to Viru. To be honest, Viru is the #1 stock for me today, but I think I can turn that around with futures. I would love for futures to be the #1 stock for me. That would be great, because obviously I don't want a setup that I don't really trade to be the #1 stock. That just upsets me. I want setups that I am used to trading, or I'm trying to learn to trade to be my #1 stock, not a setup that I trade every now and then to be my #1 stock. Hey Brad, do you have a daily limit goal? No, I don't think of it that way. I think that's a very bad way to think about trading. It stops you from getting better in the future. There is always a good thing to have a limit on the downside, but having a limit of how much money you can make is actually a cap on your own potential, and I don't like that. I don't ever like that. Being the gamer I am, and competitive, how competitive I am, I don't like I having the idea like, oh, maybe once I get to platinum I'll stop playing because who cares, I can't get better than this. No, you can always improve, you can always aim train, you can always think smarter, play smarter, do smarter. Same thing applies for trading, for me at least, in my opinion. I'm very competitive. I always want to level up. So on that mentality, if I just have a limit of how much I want to make every day, I'm just gonna stick to that limit every day and not really get past it. All I want to do though is be better than I was yesterday, and that's the only goal at the end of the day. Just be better than yesterday. The money is just as Arun puts it. Don't be scared to lose money on those futures trades, Pratt, because you have some good reads sometimes, but you just don't give the stop, the correct stop. You gotta be willing to lose sometimes, and when that win comes in, it ends up being a nasty win that you're just like so happy about it, right? So it's all about knowing your setup, knowing how you want to trade it, and the money is just the byproduct of that. And if you stop looking at it that way and you just look at the money byproduct as the limit, you're capping yourself from that all the time. 10-second chart and 30 and 1 minute fast clicks is when you gonna go up. 10-second charts, I don't even know if I can get 10-second charts. Those are insane. I think I can get 1 second chart though. I don't know actually.
I wanna try.
Oh, I can get 1 second chart, but I have to pay for these. Pretty sure I have to pay for it. Yeah, see the seconds. Yeah, screw you, I'm not paying for a 1 second chart. Imagine staring at Tesla per the second.
I tried to change it on P-Rate, but 1 minute is the lowest.
1 minute's
We
the
can get
lowest.
10 seconds. Wow, why even would you?
No,
To
one
go
minute.
nuts, literally.
1 minute is already like I'm doing some. Anyways,
Yeah.
1 minute is more than enough for the low side. You need a premium account for TV for TradingView. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess that's why it said I need to pay for. I have a premium account, but you need the top tier premium. You need the $100 premium account. I have the middle tier premium account. Weeble has one tick. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can make a trade out of that, then make a trade out of it. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of people I do know have used 1 second charts, and then they claim that it helps them. Who am I to tell you you're wrong when you're making money, right? At the end of the day, if you're making money watching 10-second charts or 10-hour charts, nobody can tell you different, because there's not one way to win in this game. There's multiple ways to win. Moving on from that, looks like Viru has slowed down quite a bit because we haven't really seen this one move for a minute now. So we can move away from Viru and come back later on, maybe at a different time, about especially what time Viru can pick up. I actually have it on my second screen, so if Viru starts going crazy, I'll pull it up without a doubt for us. So let's move on from this one. Thoughts on Tesla? I do know Miss V's in a short. I'm not in one, but I would gladly like to take a look at Tesla for you, and then we'll also let Miss V take a look, see if my idea matches with the Tesla goddess herself. So
Lol.
don't laugh, you are the Tesla goddess. Uh, so I'm about to throw a line over here on Tesla. I have a line around at 975, let's say 975. Also have a line at 1000. That 1000 line, everyone uses it, let's be real. And if we were to go to look at this, looks like there could be the 996 according to Fibonacci sequences is actually a resistance on itself. So we're seeing a little bit of resistance come there, and Tesla is actually finding support at pre-market range bottom in a way right here. So if I was to zoom in, what is this, 985? We're finding some buyers around this pre-market lows. So maybe we don't go too much below 976 today, but if the market takes out the low a day one more time, then more downside for Tesla. Now let's go find
Absolutely.
out what Tesla Master has to say.
Oh, absolutely agree with you, Prad. Those levels I'm looking for. 1,000 is my stop loss out, and I'm also looking for that 975 level to fully get out of short on Tesla. Again, this is the major level for me. 980. I will get out majority of my position in around there, and then we'll hold and slightly scale out until all the way until 974. And again, guys, I know that kind of that value stock is on everyone's mind today, but please make sure you throw some tickers at us so we can take a look at other names also. And we already passed 12 p.m. Time flies with you, and I just kindly remind you to like this video if you didn't do so yet. 20 more likes to get for 20 likes, if you know what I mean. Hand reset.
Yeah, 420 likes. Yeah, 100%. Since I'm actually gonna go find some tickers to go talk about SAIL, a brand new buyout stock. I believe they're getting bought out for $65 over there. Today trading at 64 right now. Brand new buyout news coming in. Let me just burp real quick because every time I drink this apple juice, I
Enjoy
just have to
yourself.
burp. And HYMC, another one that we can talk about. We can also talk about SoFi, Tilray, and maybe some Chinese stocks to go check out what Chinese stocks are looking like. So we'll start out with HYMC, Highcroft Mining Corporation. HYMC, what are you doing today, my friend? And today HYMC actually flat on the day. Looks like we were positive. We are positive, but we were a little bit higher than we are currently. Obviously, at one point coming back down though, and flat on the day for Highcroft, finding support around pre-market high / 100 period EMA on the 5-minute. Let's see if we can find buyers, help the stock prop up. What is someone gambling?
They're
that's
testing animations.
I thought it was like a gambling noise. I was like, what? Someone playing poker or something? Yeah. I thought it was someone playing poker. But HYMC over here bouncing off the 100 period EMA, still very flat though, and we know AMC was involved with HYMC not too long ago. Some other stocks that I said that would bring up were actually where they go. I wanted to bring up SoFi. We know what happened with SoFi. Still destruction on SoFi, but at all-time lows. We're still hanging out at all-time low levels and propping up a little bit off those all-time lows, but still looking dangerous for SoFi investors such as myself. Biden coming in and talking about the student loans and everything around those student loans, kind of disrupting SoFi's core business. Most of their core business was around that. So yeah. SoFi, another day, another downside for this stock today. And right after that, we can go into weed stocks real quick. Tilray was also down on the day. TLRY also down on the day, and I'm guessing the whole marijuana ETF is down if Tilray is down, because Tilray is actually the biggest weighted stock in MJ marijuana ETF today, down 1.8%. We're still waiting to see how the legalization and everything around that legalization pans out for Tilray. And after Tilray, last but not least, what I wanted to look at was actually Chinese stocks such as NIO, which had a beautiful reversal almost back to $20 today, only down 2% now compared to being down 10% in pre-market, which actually put the stock on SSR. So the stock will be on SSR tomorrow along with today because of that one reason right there of it being down 10% in pre-market. And BABA, which is the #1 weighted stock in FXI ETF, the Chinese large cap ETF, also down 1.18% on the day and dragging down the whole ETF with it, which is down. Well, looks exactly like BABA. Looks very similar to BABA's chart over there. All right.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
What's that? LL.
DD? No, ding. What's Ding Dong's ticker again?
Guys, write us the ticker for ding dong. We forgot.
Ding dong. DDL. DDL. Ding dong. Ding dong. Is this Chinese too? I think it is. Ding Dong also flat on the day, but coming to the downside right now. Actually, let's go take a look at DD, because DD was a stock that we know we loved looking at. A Chinese stock that's getting delisted. They already pulled out their company from, I believe Justin was talking about this. It was in South America or somewhere around South America maybe. But yeah, DD having competition with Uber pulling out over there and already getting into the scare of delisting from the North American stock market. So now DD even more to the downside today, 1.13. South Africa. Okay, South Africa. Sorry, I thought it was South America. The market is like Prad's voice
ouch.
terrible. I know my voice is dying
Time
today,
out.
my friend. I can't listen. Next time I'll try not to be screaming at my TV, or not my TV, at the bar when my fighters are winning the fight. I was going way too crazy. I was like, I was putting random people in chokeholds. It was not like an actual chokehold. I was just like jumping up and like dancing. I was screaming, and we were just like, just partying the whole time with randoms. This one guy was talking to me and my boys more than his girlfriend who was on a date with. So I felt bad for that girl. I was like, bro, you're on a date right now. How about you talk to your date and stop turning around and getting out of your chair and talk to us?
Yeah.
Like, imagine your boyfriend was there and he was just like talking to me and like 3 other randoms the whole night.
I mean, it depends if it's a game or something.
Yeah, it was a
kind of
fight.
makes sense. But if it's our first date and you act like this, not fun.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it wasn't his first date though.
Yeah.
Hopefully it wasn't. But
Sure,
no, I
sure,
had a
sure.
great time. Obviously, too good of a time where I actually lost my damn voice. It sucks. See how Brad takes credit away from another Oh my, come on, dude. What's your peeps? Russians, Valeria. What's your peeps? Russians?
What's up, your peeps?
Oh, what's
I'm
up,
not
your
sure.
peeps?
I'm fine.
Yeah, the fights were just too insane, man. Stocks.
With the Russian guy, right?
I don't
fight.
think there was a Russian guy. I mean, he is Russian, but he's from Switzerland. He's Chechnyak.
Chechnya.
Yeah,
I see.
he's a monster. He's a monster. All right, where we going to? Let's go check out some stocks over here. Hamzat. Yeah, Hamzat. The way he started off the fight with sitting on top of the rink was just too much for me. That was just too much for me. CrowdStrike, thank you for actually putting a stock in there that I can go take a look at. CrowdStrike, we do know, was actually having a catalyst not too long ago, which was, I believe the catalyst was along the terms of that the U.S. government, they got a deal with the U.S. government for improving cybersecurity and so on. So CrowdStrike bumped up off that catalyst. Today, though, looks very much flat to me. Yeah, it's down 0.5%, but looks very flat to me. Oh my, Viru's picking up once again. So Viru on my second monitor, I see him moving from 1280 to 350, sorry, 1350 in about a second right there. So Viru pumping back up while the market's going back to the downside, almost testing low a day on the futures. We're only a couple points away from low a day over there on the futures. Let's see what happens. And Viru trying to go back to 1350 and see if it can pump up a little bit higher than 1350. Viru flush. No, it did not flush. I would not say that was a flush. We still got some momentum to the upside over here that looks like it wants to show us some buyers before it pulls the rug, or maybe there are actually buyers that push it up even more higher, all the way up to $16, $17, $20. Who knows, right? But make sure that you are managing your risk appropriately. As I mentioned, I would not give the stock too much risk below $12.50, especially if you're long near 1280. I would not give it below 1250. And looks like a couple times you would have got stopped, but besides that, you would have still been in the money if you were watching the stock. And now once again back above 13 bucks and trying to see if we can ramp up past 1350 to the high a day, which is 1457 high a day on VERU, while S&P 500 futures are hanging out near 44.29 and low a day is 44.25. I might just cover more of my futures short here on a possible down move right here, cover it, and then hold the rest few contracts for the final move, the final boss move of the day. So yeah, let's do that.
Oh wow, Deutsche Bank. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Deutsche Bank, guys, down 5%. Look at this crazy move to the downside, which is actually followed by the news that came just recently at 11:47. Undisclosed institutional shareholder launched sale of about 116 million shares of Deutsche Bank. And here we go. News came at 11:47, and this is the move to the downside for Deutsche Bank.
Yeah, I've never met anyone in my life who actually has a Deutsche Bank account. You know?
Me too. No.
I've never met anyone who actually has one. But obviously they're a bank. They come out with upgrades and downgrades all the time. Deutsche Bank today down 4%, and looks like they just popped to the downside. I don't know if pop is even the right term. They pumped or puked to the downside, sorry, and just pure destruction on this stock today, all the way to what is it? $12. We're trying to see if there's any support near $12 now, and no volume at all day, and then a big volume candle coming in even on the 5-minute chart. Looks like there were about 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 that's 3 million shares traded on 5-minute candle right there on Deutsche Bank. That's a lot. Come to Europe. Oh, it's probably more European. That makes more sense then.
German.
Biggest money laundering bank in the world. I thought that was CIBC. I
Really?
thought CIBC was the biggest money laundering bank, or was it now HSBC? Was it who was like funding the Colombian cartels, right? Or not funding it? They let the Colombian cartels open up accounts or something. I thought it was honestly. I thought it was HSBC who was the most corrupt, not Deutsche Bank. But who do I know? I use RBC. Okay, that's all I care about.
What's your card number?
Sorry.
What's your card number?
0124.
Wait. I'm writing down.
522. HSBC for sure. Yeah, I thought HSBC was. There's been like documentaries after documentaries about HSBC, and that's why I know about that. But realistically, I might have to do more research on it. So let's just move away from the corrupt banks, because obviously we don't care about that. We care about what the market's doing, and what the market's currently doing is ripping my face off on my Twitter shorts. Twitter is exactly a break even for me. I am back to flat. I still have a core position left on Twitter. We only covered 2 lots of. We had 3 more lots left to cover on Twitter over here. So let's see what actually happens, if we can go back to the downside, or do we get stopped out on 3 lots after covering profit for 2 lots, which might just still keep us in the profit, because we're not giving too much of a risk on our trade, right? Our risk to reward is so fantastic that we're giving appropriate amount of risk for appropriate amount of reward, and we were already +1 or no +3R on this capitalized, but because of my greed, I just want more. So we're just holding on to it. Also, the idea of sticking to my rules and trading my rules is basically what I'm trying to do there. I see someone talking about Viru, or CYTO is following Viru. So let's go check out CYTO. I'm not really seeing that, but sure. I mean, I'm not seeing that, but if you see that it's following Viru in some way, and it's trying to do similar things, and maybe you can make a trade out of that I can't see it. Oh, Miss Lee, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Sure, guys, and I'm still in that trade on Tesla. Sam says that it's a little bit slow day, and indeed a lot of side moves on the market. But again, we have a few names that are crazy, including that Veru. So congrats everyone on that one. And yeah, still sitting, looking for that 980 level. Hopefully we will get there anytime soon. And also, guys, not long time ago, I asked you to like the this video you're watching right now. We have 2,600 people watching, and not even 500 likes yet. So please support. We really need your help. Likes are absolutely free, and but priceless to us. And again, a few people ask me if I already own the live account. I am not yet. I will talk to Greg today. Tried to log in this morning, didn't really work out, but I promise I will figure it out, and hopefully tomorrow will be the day, guys. You will be the first ones who will find out about this. And someone also was saying today probably is not the best day on going live, but I think you never can get that best day. Just do what you gotta do. Hit that like button for Miss V. Thank you, DH, indeed, for Miss V and all TraderTV.Live family. Miss V, can we look at BTC when you get a second? faded polo. Absolutely, we were talking about BTC earlier, down more than 3% on the day. We are on that 40,000 level, and 40,000 pretty much might be considered is a key level for BTC. If we break lower, I would definitely get reloaded anywhere below 40,000. Even 40,000 is a good level in my opinion. My first level I bought for BTC was around 35,000. So me like it some buy the deep opportunities. All right, SBFM please, Stephen Howard says. Let's take a look at SBFM. Hopefully it's on Nasdaq. We're also on SSR, down more than 18% and 11 million volume. Let's see if we have any news for that move to the downside. SBFM. And again, someone was asking what news source we use. We use Icon, Reuters terminal, and for volume scanner we use Trade Ideas. Michael from Trade Ideas join us every Friday in the morning. Okay, it's Sunshine Biopharma, recent mover. Let's see if we have any news on that name today. If Icon will download. While we do this, we can take a higher time frame. No, I don't see any news on that one actually. So we're just experiencing some sell-off on SBFM. And if you take a look at the higher time frame, we also can see that we are on a downtrend for a few days so far. We got a super chat from Roy R, $10. Thank you so much, Roy. Appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful, profitable green day. And back to Prad.
Hey, it's a beautiful Prad and Trader Valeria. Wait, I got that wrong. It's a beautiful Miss V and Trader Prad. What were we talking about? Looks like nothing's really going on in Viru right now. We're still around 13, so we can come back to Viru when something actually happens. Let's actually go take a quick run through of tech stocks over here. All right.
AMD is the one also.
AMD for sure. AMD still around 96.25 is where we're trading at, but the lower day 95.94 on AMD. So let's see what AMD ends up doing later on in the day. You know, obviously I did mention I'd rather go long around 95 for AMD, but looks like 96 was the fail break that gave you the opportunity to go long, and I missed out on it. So we're gonna be having to be a little patient. Now I'm not gonna go long the second time on that same level because I really believe markets really weak and is gonna go even more lower. So based on that, if market goes down, AMD goes down too. I have something white under my nose. Let me just wipe it off real quick. Thanks for telling us. Let me just wipe that off real quick. It's a chat. I'm just Rainmaker's helping me. He said I had like a tissue or something under my nose. Thank you for covering me, brother. Unless you're okay. I just realized the joke. Wow. Okay, I just realized the joke. Anyways, yeah, it was a stupid joke actually. He got me. I thought he was talking about some tissues or something. What are you guys talking about? Sale. Ooh, sale. Prad, where are we going to? So next, obviously, we want to talk about tech stocks real quick. AMD we covered. I want to go to Apple. Apple right now also to the downside, still finding rejection off of VWAP, which is 167. I want to say, yeah, 167-ish. And Microsoft still at the lower days. Microsoft has been a lot weaker than Apple and other tech stocks in general today. I also want to go take a look at Facebook. Facebook is at VWAP right now, but we might see some rejection because ES, which is S&P 500 futures, actually about to go test the lower day right now. 44.25 being the lower day, and we're still in our future short. We are 11 points in the money on futures, but still not my number one trade of the day. So we're gonna keep on working on futures until we end up making the number one trade. But that might just that greed of trying to make futures number one might just make it turn around on me. So I'll try to keep my emotions contained a little bit, right?
I wanna real quick show you another super chat from Tree Bullies Tree Services. Thank you so much, and it's a little cute hippo running somewhere. Thank you guys for your support. Appreciate it a lot, and hope you having a wonderful day also.
It's the racing hippo. That's a pretty cute little hippo. We were actually talking about hippos yesterday with one of the traders on here on the floor. For some reason, his gaming name is House Hippo. So I was like, bro, what's with you and hippos? So yeah, it was funny enough to see that hippo emoji that you put in over there. That's pretty funny. It's a coincidence. Here we go. Futures still going to the downside, and we're enjoying the short that we're in right now. The only thing I'm not enjoying is this Twitter short, which is above VWAP and still in the positive territory for the day, when the Nasdaq is actually down 1.9%, which is almost, that's an old commercial. Even this guy knew that. Even a viewer knew exactly. He said Matthew McGow said that's an old commercial. He knew that right away. Wow. Okay. Even this man. Yeah. I guess I wasn't a child when I came here to watch that commercial. Yeah, I watched that commercial. That was the dumbest commercial I've seen in my life, man. That was the dumbest commercial this guy sent me ever. But no, I makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. It's a little hippo just walking around. It's a house hippo or something. Like, what the heck? Whatever. There's been dumber commercials out there, though, right? There's been dumber commercials out there. All right. So moving away from the house hippo topic over there, let's go focus on what the overall market's doing, which we already have been doing for a while. Maybe MULN still not getting above $3. We're still seeing some resistance coming in for MULN around those prices. And for anyone who actually sat there and watched the interview for the Hindenburg report, I would like to know how that report ended up turning into. Mental health commercial? Oh, it's a mental health commercial? Okay, then I should not be making fun of that. That's my fault. I apologize for that. Do you know Hugh Jazz? I don't think I do, my friend. No. I'm guessing you're talking about a jazz band or a jazz musician or jazz genre in general, neither of which I could answer to you really. VRU is kind of heating up right now. We just got past 950 slightly, but we're once again instantly back below the North American house hippo. That's right, the North American house hippo. No, so VRU just got above 1350 to 1360, but instantly back below 1350 over there. But looks like it wants to heat up a little bit to get above to the north side. Let's see if we can actually get above 14 on VERU, and that way we can get some more extended moves to the north side on this bad boy.
I want to give shout out and
Oh my God.
congratulations to Dominic Famularo. Tomorrow they're picking up their dog. Super happy for you. I wish you all the luck with your new dog. And Louis, my dog, also says hi to your new dog.
Hold up, I gotta put real idiot for 300-second timeout. Where is this username? 300-second timeout. No, I'm joking. I'm not gonna do it. Good job, you got me. Yeah, I'm not reading any more names like that. We're done with this. We're done. You guys got me twice today. We're done. Fool me 3 times. That's not happening. When you're buying more AMD, Pratt, for your long term, so probably around $80 or so. I did mention, AMD could even go lower. All these tech stocks in general are pushing to the downside. For example, Apple, Microsoft, and everything around those same lines are indeed dropping like a rock right now, and have been for the past few days. So I'll think about adding for sure. But my next ad right now is actually Microsoft. Are below 300, so I'll be looking for to add on Microsoft in the near future, and then maybe some other stocks too, such as Netflix, maybe even Tesla. But I'm buying fractional shares of Tesla. I'm not buying one full share of Tesla. No way. Can you check what? Yeah, okay, nice try. Bro, AMD is not getting to 80s. I'll be happy if it doesn't. Trust me, Sam. Trust me. I'll be laughing and very happy if AMD never gets to 80s. But that's where my orders will be if I do want to get more to my position. So that's just my opinion, my friend. That's just how I'm going to be trading it. Wow, NIO pumped today. Yeah, NIO rocketed up to north side today without a doubt. We are very close to $20 still on NIO, and actually very surprising because the catalyst itself on NIO was the COVID-19 fear looming in the employment circle of NIO, which brought it to the downside, and it was actually down around 10% at one point in pre-market, but now NIO barely even down 1%, and a beautiful recovery. But this just gives you an opportunity to go short on NIO and maybe get $1 per share trade out of it all the way back to $19. Let's see if that actually ends up panning out. But obviously, let's wait for a positive confirmation break of NIO level 20 and then see if we can get into it on the way down. Futures are now at the low of day, so that's the S&P 500 futures back to the downside, back to lower days, while Apple is hanging around at VWAP. And if Apple can start pushing all the way back to the downside, Microsoft already hanging at the lows, AMD still hanging at the lows, Facebook at VWAP. If the stocks that are at VWAP could go to the downside and the stocks that are already at the downside create even more lows, I think the futures are for sure done for and give us that move that I've been waiting for, that 44.20 level. Ms. V?
Tesla requires a lot of patience from me today. We're trying to go lower, guys, in here. Broke that 983 to the downside. We were at around 982.60. Again, I am looking and super excited to see 980 on the side. So let's see. But again, so far we are doing good with this short trade.
Yeah, if you're gonna make that much noise over there, might as well come make it on the show, Brandon. I was just talking to Brandon because he has trades to share today, and he's sitting over there yapping his mouth off. So I want him to yap his mouth off on the show instead. All right, so TCAT pumping, TKAT, TCAT on AMAX. Let's go check out TCAT. TCAT today is doing what? Yeah, it is actually moving up right now without a doubt. Look at those volume candles. It slowed down quite a bit off the open, and now TCAT bringing back volume, about to go to $4 and higher. Let's see if TCAT can actually manage to get back above 4, since we already did that in off the opening drive already. Keep in mind, we're only 34 minutes off into the day today, so sorry, into the not only 34 minutes into the day. What am I saying? We're only 34 minutes into lunchtime right now. We still have another 30 minutes or so for lunchtime to finish, and if lunchtime can be done, we would love for some volume to return to the market and really decide what direction can the market go to. S&P 500 down 1.3% on the day, Nasdaq down almost 2% on the day, and we're looking at what overextension can we get. Always welcome. What type of extension can we get on stocks such as TCAT, stocks such as Veru, and overall market itself? Extension to the downside, or done with the stocks going to the downside. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, Twitter is actually not doing anything for me. Twitter is very boring for me. It's only 17 cents in the money and not anything exciting happening. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for the market to wake up after lunchtime and whatnot, we can actually go cover some of Brandon's trades. What's up, Brandon?
Yo, what's up, man?
You having a good day today?
Yeah, still nursing the hangover from a weekend, but you know.
Buddy, I drank all Friday, all Saturday, and Wednesday. You drank one day.
I was down for the count Saturday morning. I wake up, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're able to make it, and I hope you're having a great day. Let's find out what your trades look like, bud.
Okay, so we could start with NVDA. So sometimes you plan out a trade, and sometimes a trade just comes to you. And as most of you already know, our system has an imbalance locator. And usually Sean and Neil talk about it on the close, but I'm pretty sure they also talk about it on the open. I think so, yeah.
They mentioned it.
Last second on the imbalance locator, I saw NVIDIA was a 40 million sell, and then it got paired. So I'm like, okay, not a big deal. And then someone popped it up again with a 40 million sell. So to me, that's a big sign that there's a big seller in the market trying to get rid of these shares. So what do I do with my big cap tech stocks? I find an even dollar break at a low of the day, and I hit it. The funny thing about this trade is I think as I got filled on this, I got filled on 4 other trades at the same time. So it was definitely a little early morning panic because, as you guys know, in the morning, like, stocks can be really whippy, and you don't really know, like, the real move until it kind of settles down. So I kind of got filled in way too many positions, so I didn't manage this as best as I could. But I still got a nice little 50 cent winner. 50-cent winner, I think like $1 winner here, and then I stopped looking at it thinking that it was going to crash, and it kind of jumped back up on me. But I would say great overall trade, because sometimes what I've been saying a lot lately is I trade better when I don't make decisions, when the market makes decisions for me. So I saw the imbalance locator, it said big sell, got paired, big sell again, got paired. That's easy for me. I'll sell with the big money, with the smart money. So that was that trade there. Good little win. Could have been way better, but you know, could have managed it better. So this is AT&T. So I think you were talking about it earlier today, right?
Yeah.
How Warner Brothers, or just they spinned off something.
AT&T spinned off Warner Brother Discovery.
Yeah. So they're making a new company, and if they spin off something on their balance sheet, like the market cap is going to drop significantly because they're losing out on on that revenue. So I got in today and I see AT&T is down 20%, and we know why. So I was just looking long. So this was a problem with, I think, day traders in general, is like we tend not to see the bigger picture. So the bigger picture trade was that this was so oversold that buyers will step in at a good price for a good company. So I found a long early in the morning, and like I said earlier with NVIDIA, I was just getting into too many positions at once, and I can't, like at this point, it's really hard to manage 5 positions at 9:30. But I got in, still made some money, got a nice little scalp here and held it. But as you can see here, not looking or thinking about the bigger picture really affected my profit. Like this was a buy and hold type of trade for the day. And unfortunately, I didn't really hold it for the whole day.
And it's a dividend giving out company too, so
Yeah.
more of a reason for people to buy up at low prices and hold on to them forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, it's a good blue chip stock.
Yeah.
I think, you know, AT&T you should probably see go up for the week, I would
So
say.
why did you get out, huh?
Like I said, I'm just being too much of a day trader, managing too many positions at once and not seeing the bigger picture.
Well, I'm going to say something that you and your partner who you sit beside always tell me. Did you trail your stop?
No. I should have at least made it. Yeah, it didn't come back.
When I have to scream at the partner sitting next to you to check on me, you just have to tap his body.
Yeah.
So trail your stops. This is something just obviously we're just talking out loud.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're like, I don't want the chat to think like I'm schooling you or anything. No, we're just always thinking out loud. Even at the bar, we're just like always trying to think of how we could have traded the stocks better and
That's
so on.
how you get better. You got to be critical. If you're not critical of your trading, you won't get better. Like
100%.
As soon as I sold, I'm like, oh, bigger picture, Brandon. You got to see the bigger picture here.
Same thing happened with me on VERU. As soon as I sold, I was like, I'm just such emotional PNL trading over here. If I hold on to this, I would have still be like a whole $2 in the money for everything that I had, which would have been insane. Yeah. But no, bigger picture always would be something to keep an eye out. Thank you for even mentioning that. Anything else that you felt you learned just from that trades today? You know, trail your stops 1, bigger picture 2.
Also, just I need to manage less positions. I think there's like obviously we're trading buyouts, and like Prad's explained why we do that and like our market structure and how that works for us. But for me, if it's 9:30, if I focus on 2 names, I'll probably do better if I'll do better if I'm focusing on 2 names rather than 5 or 6, because then you just get spread too thin and you're not focused at all.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's something I'm gonna take away from
actually
today.
Liking that answer a lot, because not too long ago when we were mentioning how many stocks can you handle, Brandon is like he's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think on my blotter I've had
notice
like 10,
how
15, 20.
we're changing it up a little bit now. We're getting to being still the top prime Brandon that you can be. Yeah. But we're doning it down to a little bit to the right opportunities. Yeah. So congratulations today, my boy.
Thank you.
Hungover or not, great day today for you. Yeah. And that's what we like to see.
Thanks, Brad.
Everyone say thank you to Brandon, and make sure you smash that like button for the homie right here. Once again, thank you for jumping on. Viru Flushing. Did you get a haircut too? Shit. I just see the beard. I was like, this man got a haircut too? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. I had long hair.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I didn't even see. I knew you had long hair. I just noticed the beard and stuff. Not bad. Looks like Luca got a haircut over there. No more Wish Aaron Rodgers.
No
No more wish Aaron Rodgers over here, extra pressure. Our boy Luca got his haircut. You might have to come up with a better name now for him. Next time you guys see him, that'll be a beautiful opportunity. We'll get him to model himself for you guys over there. But yeah, in about 15 minutes or so, you guys actually have someone with long hair coming in and showing you guys what he has to talk about. And that's the beautiful Justin Kuzak. I hope I'm saying that name right this time. Please, God, let it be right. Justin will be on at 1 with some news, and I can't wait to see what he has to talk about over there. Happy birthday, Chase. Yeah, I know your name is not that, but happy birthday, Chase. What does Viru do? I don't have a crystal ball, Alex. I cannot answer that question, sadly. I wish I did have a crystal ball so I could have traded the stock way better than I already did. If I had a crystal ball, I would have entered probably down here and exited down here. The chart would have been looking perfect. So sadly, as you guys know, I didn't do that. So I don't have a crystal ball. I cannot tell you exactly what it's going to do, but I would love for the stock to either rip up to the north side and give me a halt entry to the upside, or push to the downside and give me a halt entry to the downside. So whatever the opportunity is, I will take advantage of said opportunity. He will always be wish Aaron Rodgers. That's rude. That's Luca. That's Luca. His name's Luca. Like my name's Prad. No one can be Prad. If someone's Prad, I pray pity on him and their family, because you know it's pretty hard being Prad. So the same thing applies to Luca. That's Luca. There's only one Justin. There's only one Luca. There's only one Sean, and there's only one Prad. Market taking out the lower day here. Looks like we're very about to test the lower day on the market, so that just makes me excited. Yeah, market took out the lower day with 1 point. Still a lot of selling coming into the futures. There we go. We're now 15 points in the money on our futures short. Imagine I held every single contract from the high day and did not close a single one. I'd be smoking my trades. It's okay though. We're doing very good today. Even in the washroom while I was peeing, Arun goes, "Good job today, my friend. You're actually doing very good on the futures. You're picking up real quick. You're advancing faster than I would have expected." But one thing he did say is, don't get shaken out so much. There's way too much fighting over here that you have for your trade. But I mentioned him the idea about it, how I was watching Microsoft, how I was watching Apple, and how I was watching Amazon and Facebook for my decision over here. And every time Microsoft and Apple popped, I got out. I explained him my thesis, and he liked my thesis. But even then, he said there's way too much cluster entry over here and losses over here that I could have minimized because I already had a great entry, or I could have just taken this entry, which is a breakdown of previous support entry. So whatever it is, we're still learning. I'm still learning. Right, so right now 15 points in the money on the futures, average price 44.40 exactly, and now we're at 44.25 on futures to the downside. So beautiful move. Only 1.31% on the S&P 500, whereas we're down 1.87 on Nasdaq. IWM Russell 2000 today down. I'm guessing it's down 7.75%. And what else is down? DIA, which is Dow Jones 30. What is Diamond's Dow Jones 30 looking like? These are also down 0.73% today. And someone said, "Are you in Twitter still?" Yeah, I am still in Twitter, TWTR, but we're out of the money. Oh, Twitter actually stopped me out just now talking about it. So we're still in the money on Twitter. We're profitable on Twitter over here, but Twitter just now stopped me out on the way up, so I guess I can cancel my profit target over there. Don't want to be shorting 47 again. The fact that, you know, Twitter was at 48, came all the way back to the downside, and now we're back to the upside. We got our about a $1 per share winner on Twitter already, so we're happy with that trade. We risked about I believe 30 cents for 100 cents, so our risk to reward was already way too beautiful for me to not take profits, and we got stopped on a little bit. And as I mentioned, profitable trade at the end of the day. Not a single negative stock on my board. Only 3 trades today: futures, VERU, and Twitter. And already made a lot of money on these 3 trades combined for the day for me. So thank you, stock market. Veru flush. Veru not really flushing just yet, in my opinion. Remember how I said 1250 was still having support area near 1250. So let's see if 1250 actually breaks to the downside. I think Veru could be giving you a short opportunity trade. Right now, futures popped up off those lows. Futures made a nice little pop off those lows to about 44.30. Let's see if futures break past 44.30 and get all the way back to the range, or do they go back to the low a day? If you guys remember, I did mention I don't think futures go too much lower than 44.20, maybe 44.18, because of this line that I have drawn over here. So we let futures play around a little bit. I do have my stop at break even on futures. If it does go back there, I'll be a little upset because I don't want to get break even stopped out on this trade. I would like for me to be into a trade that I can build into all day. But if futures do pop up, then that's just a sad position that we have to take a exit on after making a bunch of money on it on the day so far. All right. Definitely use small sizes. That thing is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on your risk tolerance and how far is your stop, right? So this is why we mentioned that the size does not matter on the show. We don't talk about size too much, and we don't show size because it's really irrelevant. I could be trading with 10 share sizes, but it doesn't matter if you understand the idea for it, right? So for example, let me just go right back to Twitter for showing you an idea. If I'm short 46.80 and I'm giving 20-cent risk of 47, let's say my shutdown is only $10 a day. If I can't lose more than $10 a day, it really depends on how close to the entry I want to take, right? For example, there are traders on the floor who are brand new traders who can only lose $50 a day. I obviously, after graduating, I am on a higher shutdown limit. I don't have to lose $50 a day, but for them, the idea is they have to wait for the perfect time, for the perfect moment. And if they don't do that, they get shut down and they get screwed up at the end of the day on that. So it's basically knowing how to trade properly. Size is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. It's knowing how to trade properly, because you can do that same setup 15 times a day. That's profitable right there. Just focus on that setup. So risk to reward ratios, right? You're looking at risk to reward ratios. For example, another risk to reward ratio over here would be my very same futures trade, which is I was talking to Arun. For example, if I was short 44.50 and my risk was 44.55, why did I take a stop over here? And if you think about the risk to reward potential, I'm risking 5 points to make about 20 points. That's the type of risk to reward ratio you want to look at, right? What's that ratio? 4:1. 20 to 5 is what? 4:1, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a 4:1 ratio. Anytime you find a stock better than 2:1 ratio, that's a crazy trade. You take that trade. Now, how much money you make on that trade obviously depends on how much size you can take, your buying power, and everything else along that. But you got to focus on really focusing on what the risk to reward ratios are. And the size at the end of the day is absolutely irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. Because your size goes up and down based on your buying power. Your size goes up and down based on your core risk to reward parameters. So that's scalable. Size is a scalable feature. It's not the feature that you need to focus on. The feature that you need to focus on is actually the trading setup itself, and then the rest of it is just scales. How low can the futures go? In my opinion, the futures can go to about 44.20. It's already 44.22 to the downside. The low a day is 44.22.25 that I see on MES. Let me go check on ES because it sometimes differs from MES a little bit. So yeah, there you go. MES is 44.22.25. ES is actually 44.23.75. The only difference is I don't trade ES. It costs a lot more to trade ES. I trade the MES, and Arun trades ES. That's the only difference. And ES is like the main contracts for futures. MES is the micro mini futures. It's like basically for people with less buying power like me. Obviously, I can ask for more buying power and I'll get it in a heartbeat without a doubt. It's just I don't want to be venturing with the ES until I master MES first. Veru actually took out 1250 over there to the downside, and now we're trying to see. Look at that size coming in on Veru on 1220 over there. There was a ton of size that just put on. Looks like it's actually an iceberg order. Iceberg order 1220 Veru. Oh, maybe not. We got cleaned out. What is going on over here? There is some stickiness happening around 1220 for VERU. Does go down, but it's not going too far to the downside. There's some serious buying coming in around those prices. Let's see if it actually can pop up off here, or does it actually destruct and go all the way back to VWAP into a halt territory, which is where we want to focus on exactly to the downside, right? I said I'll only get in on the short if it can give me the halt short entry. If not, I don't want to get into it. I agree with Pratt here. Thank you. But yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna look for some stock messages. Market moving up. Key level about to break. Microsoft and AMD long with the move up. Yeah, if market moves up, that means if Microsoft and AMD move up off these levels, which Microsoft already is about to get back to VWAP. AMD was at 96 and AMD's at 97. So AMD is still giving you that long opportunity and moving all the way back to VWAP right now. Let's go take a look at Facebook. Facebook well above VWAP and at the 100 period EMA. Apple still at VWAP and not really doing a whole lot. So considering all of these factors, that a lot of these tech stocks have popped up and S&P 500 didn't really pop up as you think it would, looks like there's still some negativeness coming in, because if Apple goes to the downside, if AMD retreats back to the downside, and if Microsoft also retreats back to the downside after having this pop-up that we got, and S&P 500 futures didn't really pop up too much off of that pop, the second that these stocks start reverting to the back to the downside, that's when the futures also go back to the downside. So because of that, I'm not too ready for going long on anything, nor am I really focused on flipping my idea on the futures just yet, because the fact that these stocks popped up, futures didn't, kind of is a very indicative for me of what's going on. Hi, Miss V.
Hi, Pratt. Someone on the chat brought that HOTH. At some point, we broke VWAP to the upside, but we're not able to hold that above really long. Now back down. We're now at 1.31. And again, I'm looking for 1.20 level to get into the short, but it might not work on this name today. And as Pratt says, a lot of names are moving sideways today. So even Tesla, let's take a look. Tesla came back to the level where it got short at 987. Actually, we're now back to 984, but again, this level at 983 looks strong, and once we break it to the downside, more room for my short will be. But for now, literally nothing is really going on, so we would really, guys, appreciate if you bring more names on the chat for us. Absolutely, Vero is the stock of the day. And LT Potato says, great show. Thank you so much. LT, glad to have you on board.
Yeah, Viru for sure the stock of the day today. I don't think I've heard of any other stock besides Viru, without a doubt, so much today. Market actually taking out the lower day there. There goes S&P 500 to the downside. I'm actually typing this in the chat, on the YouTube chat. Let me get rid of that. MES M22. There we go. S&P 500 taking out the lower day one more time and pushing through the 4420 I was talking about. If market actually gets below 4420, I'll be surprised, because that was my target. And remember how I was talking about risk to reward ratios? I risk 5 points to make 15, 20 points on the day. That is the risk to reward ratios. Now, it doesn't matter if I took one contract, doesn't matter if I took 10 contracts. That depends on my buying power, right? That depends on my buying power. That depends on my risk tolerance for the day. That depends on the risk tolerance for the account that you're using. For example, as I mentioned, we can't lose too much as a prop trader. So it really depends on multiple variables. So that size of how many contracts I'm shorting it is irrelevant. It depends on trader to trader. It changes from trader to trader. But what is relevant is the trade setup and the idea and the thesis and the thesis behind it, the theory behind it. Risk 5 cents to make 15 cents, right? Risk 5 cents to make 10, 20 cents, or risk $5 to make $20. It's basically the same idea. Biden must be talking. I don't know if he's talking today. I'm not really seeing anything. I'm actually seeing on CNBC right now the energy and tech lag. is what they're talking about. Industrials and financials are leading, and energy and tech are lagging. So maybe we can go take a look at some take a look somebody take a look at some energy stocks, which is XLE ETF. Wow, big destruction on XLE ETF today, clearly down 3% on the day and pushing even more. I'm guessing Oxy and some of your other energy stocks are also down on the day, most likely because of that. Let's go check out what crude is looking like. Oxy down 6%. What is crude futures looking like today? Down at 94 on crude, and currently crude is also down 4% on the day for crude. What were the other contracts that you guys were looking at for oil in the morning? These guys were looking at some other contracts for oil and other stuff. Let me actually scroll up. Ian put it in. What was it? The market for oil, QM/K22NM. So let's go check out what this is. Is QM and CL the same? Huh? Stack seller on Apple, said Luca. What price? So looks like there's some seller on even dollar and 5 cents higher than even dollar on Apple. Let's quickly go check out. Yeah, there you go. There is a seller, stack seller. There could be some size being put onto the ask over here for Apple, not allowing it to go too far higher. Oh, did he disappear? I don't see the size now. Or they cleaned him out. They cleaned him out. Let's see if he's on the 5 cent higher mark. But yeah, Apple has some barrier now, maybe. Really ripped up, right? Yeah, he moved it up a little bit, but obviously something going on with Apple, and we already talked about how the futures are pushing to the downside over there. And as I mentioned, if Apple starts going back to the downside off of VWAP, if Microsoft starts going back to the downside also, same with Facebook, same with AMD, all these stocks that are actually going up right now, once they start reversing back, and S&P 500, which is still at the lower days, will really start crushing to the downside, which is scary for anyone who is looking for longs right now. So be careful on that side. Let's go take a look at what Viru is doing. Viru looks like it went below $12, but once again, we're right back above 12 on Viru. Not looking like it wants to go too far to the downside today. Roblox at the moment. Oh, Justin's here. What's up, Justin? Roblox today also moving to the north side, 3.28% up on the day with 10 million shares traded, and trying to see if we can clear past the high day on Roblox, RBLX. The beautiful Viking beast himself graces us with his presence today. What's up, Justin?
What's going on?
Oh, let out the hair, baby.
Hair.
Letting out the hair. Listen, you already have a girl, right? You can't be booing these girls on the internet now.
Valeria is much better looking than I am, so we're just gonna go with that.
All right, brother. How's your day?
Yeah, it's been good, dude.
Awesome.
Today was a great day. I'm very, very happy with
Viru?
with Viru.
Yeah.
Today, like Ice Cube said, today was a great day. Today was a great day. I'm very happy with it.
Didn't have to pull out your AK.
Yeah. I didn't have to pull out the street sweeper.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can't wait to see what exciting news you have for us today, my friend.
Yeah. First one up, Epic making some epic moves, taking the building out of Fortnite and putting it into a kid-targeted metaverse, partnering with Lego, help them be more confident creators, raising $2 billion from Sony and Kirkby, and bringing the valuation of the company to almost $32 billion, the second time that Sony has invested in Epic. So that's epic news for an Epic company. So it will be interesting to see what happens there. Good time to buy into, Sony or anybody really. So and Lego.
Crazy.
So yeah, good timing. So will be interesting to see what happens there. And if you're an investor, and you have some money tied into the, I think it's the Ontario Teachers Pension Board, or what's the
OHIP?
No. There's like a pension thing. I can't remember. It's with the province of Ontario, but Epic is actually part of that. So
the PO. No, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the TDSB pension board.
Something like that. Yeah, it's one of those. It has something to do with like the Ontario Teachers Pension Board or something like that. But they have invested some of that money in there. So good opportunity for any fellow.
So wait, they took the money out of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the most lucrative franchise, because that's what the Toronto District Teachers Board used to own. Their pension board used to literally own the Maple Leafs, I believe. and then they let go of the most lucrative franchise to invest in gaming, Epic
I wouldn't say
Games.
that they let go of it. It's just part of their investment package.
Yeah,
right?
fair.
So
Fair.
I think you'd be foolish to take your money out of MLSE and put it into gaming. So,
Yeah.
Especially now with the Maple Leafs doing so well. And shout out to Austin Matthews
Oh,
for a goal
yeah.
57 and 58 on the season.
Oh,
what a
yeah.
legend. 51 goals in 50 games. Dude's killing it. I love it. I'm really, really happy for that. It will be really interesting to see. But they have got to make it out of the first round alive, unscathed, with all of their players in order for me to start paying attention.
I'll see them
But
in
I'm
Game
not even going
7.
to talk about that because I know Sean will have some
I'll
words
see
to
them
say
in
about
Game
that.
7.
Yeah, no. Let's talk when they hit Game 7 in the final round and win the Stanley Cup, and maybe not this year, but we'll see. What's up next? Well, we could either talk about Veru or we can talk about Elon not joining the board at Twitter, which kind of woke up this morning and grabbed my phone and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not happening, so that's kind of disappointing. So I guess really the story for me is like, what's going on here? What's the real reason? They're talking about this background check. That's the big piece of the puzzle that's kind of been thrown out there, but no one's really talking about like, what's this background check thing going to be? I think there's a hostile takeover coming, or he's just going to like start to buy up big chunks of the company,
Right.
which would be kind of interesting. Elon is a major shareholder on Twitter. All right, I'm here for it. That's going to be fun. So in the meantime, it's business as usual, and the CEO saying that they're not going to be distracted by the noise, which is clearly a very underhanded way of saying we're not really going to focus too much on Elon's polls on Twitter, or whether they need an edit button or whatever, which, let's face it, from an engineering perspective, creating an edit button is not that big of a deal. It's very simple to do, and the reality is why haven't they done it is beyond me. But, it's time. It's time for an edit button. It's 2022.
For sure, yeah. I saw a lot of those ideas floating around too about a possible hostile takeover incoming and everything. At this point, I'm just like, just wait for the news, because I was ready to buy some Twitter shares at $40 under the idea that Elon's going to sit on the board and revamp this company to new heights.
Yep.
And now that this is happening, now I don't even know if I want to invest in Twitter anymore. So my mind is like all over the place when it comes to that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready to throw into Twitter just yet. But, I mean, if he changes his mind, I kind of want to see where it goes. But if he goes in, I'm throwing in on Twitter for sure.
Yeah.
Ride it up to the top, and then just exit the position and see where I land in the end. So
100%.
Yeah.
And about Veru, so how did you even find that stock today?
Watch list.
Watch list. Our watch list?
The Trader TV
The
watch
watch
list.
list.
The Trader TV watch list. The only watch list that you need to watch.
Awesome. And we thank Miss Wee for putting in the hard work along with NIO over there today, filling in with Brandon. So both of them coming in, doing tons of work. If you're not signed up, you're missing out, because trust me, this beautiful man right here did not miss, and he took advantage of that. You got in at what, 6 something?
I got at 7. I got at 7:19 and out at 13:09 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to take my job or something.
Honestly,
I don't know what it is.
I'm happy with that. So happy meals for Valeria and Prad. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, happy
now
meals
you got
for
me
Valeria
excited.
and Prad with the toy. We're gonna splurge for the toy this time.
I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go. How was your weekend like? You had to do anything fun? Anything excited?
Just hung out with the dog and my partner. We went a bunch of walks. Did our first patio hit of the season.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Where'd you go? So it's a good burger spot somewhere?
Great burger spot at the Belsize in Midtown Toronto. Really good burgers. Very nice people. Shout out to Vicky, who gave us some amazing service and threw in some free stuff on the house. So you love to see that, man. Free stuff on the house.
Awesome.
Love it. Last story of the day, I want to talk about Etsy. 14,000 sellers are going on strike as Etsy is raising transaction fees from 5 to 6.5%. And of course, everybody on the platform, and by everybody I mean about 14,000 of the 3 million or so sellers, are saying that they shouldn't be raising rates because they are investing in other companies and buying out existing technology made by other companies to pad their bottom line. Of course, the CEO is saying we're raising these rates so that we can invest in marketing, grow the support team by 20%, and also invest in transactional security. Of course, sellers want them to cancel this increase and crack down on resellers that are peddling mass-produced goods in this digital strike of sorts is going on until April 18th. I don't know what their plan is after April 18th. I guess they just kind of go back to it. So, you know, will be interesting to see what happens. But good time to be an Etsy owner. Maybe not a good time to be an Etsy seller. So,
Right.
Or maybe an Etsy employee or Etsy shareholder. Holy, I can't talk today. Shareholder. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
And that's it. That's the news.
Etsy. So that was
That's
on
it.
April 18th, you said?
That was April 18th. So
That's something to watch on
next
that
Monday.
day.
So see what happens in the run up to the end of that strike and over the next little week. So how was your weekend? Good.
Oh yeah, lots of fun, lots of sports, lots of screaming. Lost my voice quite a bit, so
Right.
yeah.
Raptors got you all gassed up, huh?
Sorry?
Raptors got you all gassed up?
No. Mostly I was UFC. So UFC,
okay.
every time someone gets punched in the face, I'm screaming my brains out and losing my
Right.
voice over it. So yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, great time as always, no doubt. But even better time hanging with our beautiful viewers who are always smashing the like button for the beautiful Justin who came in here today with those amazing news segment that we have over here through Justin. Now,
Yep.
last but not least,
Oh yes, last name pronunciation time. I want to hear you say it. Let's go.
Kozak.
Oh, so close.
Kuzak.
Oh, see now you're just
Kuzak.
now you're just embarrassing yourself. All right,
Darn it.
I'll do this for one last time.
Yeah.
Next time if you get it wrong, you owe me a Happy Meal.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's Kozak.
Kozak.
There you go.
All right, now
Kozak.
we're not forgetting it.
Yeah.
100%. Kozak.
Next time you owe me the Happy Meal with the toy.
I got you. I
All
got
right.
you. If I mess
right.
it up, I got you. No
All
doubt
right,
about
no worries.
that.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you for coming,
All
my
right,
friend.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, have a good one. All right.
Thanks, Valeria.
You got to say her name back, dude. AMC, apparently great opportunities in AMC
Let's
today. Made a
go.
lot of money. Beautiful. Yeah, AMC giving people beautiful opportunities to load long at the lows over here, which is obviously if you do go long 1770, you give it the risk of 1760, 10-cent risk to make 30 cents or more up top every time you load in. So beautiful opportunities on AMD without a doubt. Futures have retreated quite a bit to the upside over here. Nice little pump up on the futures, but we still have this barrier around the right here. We still have this barrier around 50 period EMA. Looks like 44.35, 44.36 area that we're not getting, that we're not able to get past still, even though the futures are look like they want to go all the way back to VWAP, which is 44.45. And we'll see if futures do manage to get back to 44.45 or not. In the meantime, AMD with a beautiful recovery to $98, baby, my love. Yeah, baby, come on. I'm not even trying to screech my voice here. It's just screeching. I'm sorry. But the 90s from 96 to 98 on AMD with a beautiful move on this stock. And I'm guessing Apple has something similar with it. Apple now above VWAP, trying to get back to 167.50. Microsoft also above VWAP. No, very close to VWAP, though. It actually at VWAP near 287. Trying to see if we can get back to 288 on Microsoft. So a lot of these stocks have actually managed to move to the north side. Even Facebook. I remember Facebook was at VWAP. Now we're looking at $219 on Facebook near the 100-period EMA. So a lot of these stocks actually did manage to bump up. And NASDAQ, okay, there we go. NASDAQ is actually at VWAP on the 5-minute and on the 3-minute also. Yeah, on the 3-minute. NASDAQ is actually at VWAP right now. Beautiful recovery. So I think this is where S&P 500 doesn't go past anymore, because NASDAQ, the stocks that we were looking at, all might just get rejected while NASDAQ gets rejected at VWAP. If NASDAQ stocks get above VWAP and they start moving up even more, then I think S&P 500 has a beautiful move up and not too far from here. But I'm under the idea the market is weak. Market goes back to the downside. We don't really see a push overall. S&P 500 now down 1.14, and NASDAQ with a beautiful recovery from 1.9 to 1.44. So there, that just shows you what stocks are actually moving north right now, and most of them are technology. I'm guessing Miss V has something for us.
Tesla also moving north, guys. Looks like we found support at 982 level. We're also trying to touch that VWAP. Hopefully for me, we will get rejected and go back to the lows. And as I am short on Tesla anyways. Let's see. I'm just happy to see any move because it was getting a little bit boring. And meanwhile, also, guys, you know that we trade with Day Trade the World prop firm using PPRate platform. If you're interested, let me know. I'll send you the link on the chat if you want to join. Available everywhere in the world except for the US, unfortunately, due to some regulations. And here's some like my favorite segment, top 10 traders today, which means on Friday. And on first place we have a trader who earned 24,800 trading AMAX, Chicago, Nasdaq, New York. On the second place, somebody who was trading European markets earned more than $21,000. Third place we have American markets, 10,000 profit. And fourth we have Canadian trader who earned also 10,000. Then again, fifth and sixth place we have American markets, 9 and 7,000 profit. Great job, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Best traders for today. Back to you.
Oh, that was the best traders for the day. So thank you, Miss V, for that coverage right there. Do you need to put in capital, or do you need to give people a starting amount? Depends on who you're trading with, obviously. If you're trading with the prop firm, they just give you capital. Obviously, there's probably some prop firms that are scam, in my opinion, that make you charge for all that. But no, it depends on office. Thank you, Valeria. Nice report indeed, Mr. John Von Sewers. John Von Sewers. So what do we want to do right now? It's 1:12, so we got about 18 minutes left. We got about 48 minutes left with the market movers. Obviously, then you guys get thrown on to the closing show where Arun is cosplaying Neil. Neil is cosplaying Brandon, and Brandon is on vacation, and Sean is cosplaying Sean. So can't wait to see this fun cosplay show we have going on today, coming in later on at 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, which would be the closing show. So make sure you're staying tuned, you don't go anywhere, and in the meantime, smash that like button. We're only at 659. I don't want us to go all the way to 2 o'clock and have like only a couple minutes left before we hit that number of 1K a day. So if you guys don't mind me begging for it right now, I would love for you to please take a couple seconds here, smash that like button, and run us up, because for the last few days, even Miss V went into this tin hat conversation. Miss V went, I think they're doing it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose and not giving us the like until 2 o'clock. So you know, prove Miss V and me wrong that you guys are not doing it on purpose, that you guys actually love us. So please smash that button for us.
That's indeed, and the Playmaker ATL, it says on the chat, Tesla above Cardi B, Waplo, yeah. And again, I will look now for this 992 level. If we break it to the upside, oopsie, my short rate is in bad zone. But again, 1,000 is my stop loss. So we'll see if it's going to work out for me again. Maybe I would look for more reloadings and add more shorts in this area.
Looks like NIO is above $20 now, and NIO trying to see what it wants to do. Let me just zoom in over here. This is where I would like to short it, obviously. NIO trying to see if we can keep on going higher than $20 and keep on ripping. Let's just actually take the short and see if we can work with the short on NIO. What the heck? Hello? What is going on? Oh, that's right. I can't get short by taking out liquidity. Damn. Okay. I gotta wait for an uptick because it's on SSR mode. I forgot about that. I talk about this all day and I forgot about it. I'm literally trying to take out liquidity to get short, but they won't give me the short. I should have had some orders layered out on the top side, and now I'm literally chasing the short. Let's see if they can give me the fill. Obviously, high a day, $20.75. We're not giving it too much of a risk by going short here. There we go. We actually got that short. So let's just throw out our stop real quick. I'll just throw out a stop real quick, see if it does take out the high a day, at which point we take that tiny loss and get back in a different point of the day. And NIO, we are now short on NIO, and we're trying to work with this one. FXI.EMAX is doing what? FXI also had a pretty good rebound to the north side above VWAP, but I'm still under the idea that the Chinese stocks overall are weaker than they lead us to believe at the moment. So let's see if we can work with that position at the moment on NIO. Viru, I'm gonna have to get rid of you on my box over here, so I can't see if Viru is moving again. If it does move around, please make sure to tell me so I can go keep an eye on it. Actually, I have too many boxes here, so I'll put one Viru here, I'll put NIO over here, and I'll put futures over here. The only three things I'm looking at right now. So this is my next stop. My next trade of the day is NIO. Only 3 stocks I've traded so far, and only futures is the only other thing I've traded besides those 3.
HPDS in the chat, how do you decide what to price you stop at? So basically you calculate how much you allow yourself to lose on the trade, and then you just out of that calculation put the stop so it doesn't exceed the amount of money you're ready to lose on the trade.
Yeah, 100%. So that's actually for share sizes. So for stop, everyone's setup is different, right? It depends on what type of setup you're taking to figure out what type of stop you have. For example, for my trade, this is a high a day short trade that I'm taking. So it's basically if the stock goes back to the high a day, which is at $20.07, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. So my stop is at the high a day. For other stocks, for example, for Twitter, my stop was on the back through of 47, and my entry was 47. I'm not gonna give it till the high a day for that trade. I'm only risking about a couple cents through 47. That's also because I know the type of setup I'm taking. So that changes from time to time. But what Miss V was saying is actually how to calculate your share sizes, and the way you calculate your share sizes for your entry is how close to the stop is your entry. For example, for NIO, my entry was literally 5 pennies away from my entry. So let's say I can lose $50. Since I can only lose $50 and my entry is 5 pennies away, that's how much share sizes I can take. So that's also something that you have to keep in mind, what Miss V was talking about. Very important. That's actually what we were talking about 5 minutes ago when Miss V wasn't here, when I think she was on her break. That was, what was it? It was basically, that was, about size, about how size is irrelevant, but that's how you focus on where the size would come. NIO now pushing down. We risked about 5 cents to make already 10 cents on NIO. So that is a 2:1 risk to reward trade already, right? 2:1 risk to reward trade already banked in our book right there for NIO, and we want more out of it. We want more cookies in Prad's pockets, always. Futures coming back down. Now we're once again 10 points in the money on futures yet again, and not sure what I want to do, so we just wait to see what happens. 11 points in the money now on NIO to the downside. For anyone who is short with me, congratulations. This is the final short opportunity in my opinion, because you got one opportunity over here, you got one opportunity over here, but I think this will be the last opportunity. Crazy move on NIO right now, from a negative 10% to only down 0.5%. An insane move on NIO.
Prad.HOTH. So guys, as you know, I'm looking this name for short opportunities at 120, and we are going lower finally. So hopefully at 120 my order will get filled in and I will be in that short trade. But again, I was waiting for the whole day for it to go to that level. Ooh, here we go. I'm short. Hopefully it's not the low of the day, but yeah, another trade in. So currently I'm short both on Tesla and on that HOTH. And in terms of Tesla, I guess got reloaded a little bit at 990 level. So here I am, I got reloaded, so maybe this 982 level will be again some out for me, and the rest I will hold, hoping for more deep for Tesla.
More room for Tesla. Let's go to the downside market so Miss V shorts can pay her off all the way back to the lower day for Tesla is what I'm praying for you. So let's see if that can happen.
Hopefully.
It was a VWAP entry, if I remember correctly, that Miss V had, and the futures are only 5 points away from lower day. So if futures can push back to the lower day, and I think Tesla will come back down with it, along with Facebook, which is at 100 period EMA, slightly above 219. Apple is currently above 167. Microsoft above 287, and AMD above 98. Oh, below 98 now actually on AMD. So some of these stocks do want to come back to the downside. That's because also NASDAQ touching VWAP right now and down 1.54% on the day for NASDAQ.
Brad, a few people talk about SST. It's running for the third time on the day. We're now up more than 20%. I don't really see news on this name, but again, we have 5 million volume, $27 price currently per share, and yeah, great SST, straight move to the upside for the whole day.
Yeah, SST. What about it?
No news, but we are reaping.
Yeah, SST moving up right now, 6 million shares traded, as we mentioned not too long ago, 18% up. Let's go take a look on the dailies. SST has been actually doing something crazy for the past few days here.
Yeah?
Yeah, look at this. For the past few days, we went from 22 to 36 on day 1. We went from 22 to 28 day 2, 22 to 34 day 3, 22 to 28 day 4. So something's going on over here.
The most recent good news on the company were on 5th April
I
that
think that's relevant.
company raised full year forecast.
So they did raise their full year forecast. So yeah, I think that April 5th is pretty relevant because they obviously have been doing some crazy stuff for the past few days now. I think we could see a barrier around 28 or at 34 at this point because of how the stock has been trading. So let it do some things over here. We already see a weak break of 28. You see how it went above 28 to only 35 cents, and now we're coming back to the downside a little bit. So we'll see what happens if this one can hold up on that momentum and see.
Just 36 million free float on the name.
36 million.
Yeah.
Pretty low float over there. I know we've used to seeing 6 million or 5 million as low flow, but 36 million is still low flow for anyone wondering. Just so you know that the stock is a low flow basket stock. Futures heading back to the downside. That means Tesla most likely pushing to the downside. Let me go take a look at Tesla today instead of Miss V. Tesla is now at 89.99. So let's see if we can put 999. Let's see if we can push even more to Tesla to the downside. NIO only down 12 cents in the money now. I can't type, god damn it. NIO only 12 cents in the money now. We took some more profit to the downside on NIO. We already have our stop out. I actually need to recreate my stop here real quick to the current size that I have left, so we'll quickly do that. Donezo, and now we'll see what NIO can do for us. Futures are coming down, and we're expecting some of these other stocks, such as, what were we looking at today? We were looking at some VERU. Let's go take a look at VERU. Still around 12 bucks on VERU. I would actually love to see if Neil had a trade on this. Obviously, Neil sitting at Brandon's desk, I doubt if he's trading as hard as he would like to, but I know Neil would have been on the short right now on the fail break of 14 here somewhere. If I am to guess, obviously, I think he would have been short around somewhere here at the moment. AMC gonna go green before day's end. Let's go to the moon. Let's go, AMC. Would be great to see AMC actually turn green before the day's end and the market stay red. You know, obviously that would be an amazing thing to see on AMC. GME also will be beautiful. Look at GME popping back up to 144 almost and battling those levels on GME. And NIO now 16 cents in the money on NIO now. Still pushing to the downside. So let me have another order. We'll have some orders all the way to the downside, layered to the downside in case if it does push down. We have some profits we can take. Bop, 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 bop. Actually, we'll just remove. Screw it, who cares? Okay, coming back to you guys. AMC is going to test 17.3. I don't doubt it at all.
We already at almost 18.
Sorry, let me see.
AMC is almost $18.
Almost $18, yeah. And there we go with futures, right back to lower day. That means you're short working. I hope so, because
Slowly.
futures right back to lower day here. Obviously,
Yeah.
Nasdaq is maybe more important for Tesla because
Yeah.
Tesla is a tech stock a little bit. Maybe not a little bit, it is. But so Nasdaq still not back to lower days, but you know Nasdaq is on the downwards move here off of VWAP. Currently at the 50-period EMA, but since S&P 500 is crushing a little bit harder than Nasdaq today, my expectation is Nasdaq Nasdaq catches along with it, and Miss V's beautiful short over there on Tesla pays her off even more. Now
Thank you,
she's already
Prad.
made one profitable trade on it, and now she's reloaded.
That's right, Brad. Catching up with it.
Sorry, Mr.
Catching up.
Catching up. All right. We should see low flow stocks pump 100 to 200% for the next few days until we get another market dump. Ooh, looks like you're predicting some what's it called? You're predicting some low flow activity coming into the market for the next few days or weeks, so that'll be exciting. Obviously, I know a lot of people enjoy trading low flow stocks, so that'll be exciting without a fail, without a doubt. Why did I say without fail? My throat's actually burning. 30 minutes only though, that's good because I can get the rest of my throat a little bit and then waste my energy yelling at 12-year-old kids on Valorant about how bad they're at the game and how only I'm the best in the game. Can't help it. Time to get the options approval taken care of. Nice. SST, BSBY. SST was also mentioned, so let's roll right back to SST. Only 6 million shares traded on this stock, but I'm guessing the relative volume is a lot on this one, SST. Yeah, relative volume 3.74. It's not even as much as I thought it would be. I thought it would be like, you know, like over 10, over 20 times, but it's only over 3.74. So whatever the catalyst is, it's not enough of the catalyst for SST over here. Obviously, that's it. I mean, it is bumping up. It's up 23%, but not as many eyes as I think it would be on this. CS:GO better, Prad. Valorant for kids. Yeah, CS:GO is also for, like, you know, hackers and most annoying gamers in the world. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Where are we going to? Low flow pumping for no reason, 100%. I don't think so in this market. Veru has a catalyst. No, we were not talking about Veru. We're talking about general low flows. Veru actually has a catalyst to the positive side that you know, that's helping it in a beautiful fashion. But we also have seen how vaccination plays help out stocks. They one day go bump and the next day they go right back to the downside. Hey guys, what side are you checking flow on? So I use trade ideas. Is that what it's called? What is this called? Yeah, I use
Yeah.
trade ideas. Miss V uses.
I use icon terminal, so basically here you can go to the overview on any stock, so SST for example in here, and you can see bunch of information including free float, IPO date, and many more upcoming earnings, and of course recent news which are important, so icon.
And something that you can use for yourself if you don't have either of those, because obviously trade ideas cost money, and I think Icon Terminal also costs money. Something that you can use without having to pay is Finviz. So Finviz, you can just type in the stock name. For example, we're looking at Tesla. Where's the flow? Right here. Shares flow 843 million. And for example, if you type in Veru over here, shares float 60 million. That's exactly... No, Veru, we actually see 6 million on my platform over here, I believe. Veru is... No, 64 million. Okay, Veru is 64 million, and we see 60 million here. But the real way to check flow for any company is actually and I'm calling this the real way because there are ways that you already see. We use paid information such as trade ideas, Icon Terminal, but in my opinion, the real way to check shares float for a company, you go to their website directly. Go directly to their website. Look at their shareholders section of their website. For example, if I go to Tesla shareholders website, Tesla Investor Relations. There you go. You go to that one and you file and you like snoop through these filings on this website over here. You will find exactly what you're looking for, how many shares they have outstanding and everything. And every company has this at the end of the day. So either you can go the extra hard route, which is manually going to the company website, or you can go to the free route, which is go to Finviz, or you can go to the paid route, which is what we go over here. Trade Ideas actually sponsors us, and they're on Thursday?
Every Friday in the morning.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
His name?
Michael.
Michael from Trade Ideas is on every Friday in the morning, and obviously you guys know Danielle Shea, who comes on Thursdays, I believe.
Right.
Michael Noss, who comes on a Friday. Thank you, Sean, for that. No website tells you short float. Yeah, they do. Finviz actually tells you short float also. I think Ortex does, but Ortex costs money, and I don't like Ortex. But Finviz tells you short float right here, 5%. For example, look at this. Viru tells you 5%, and then this one also says as well 5%. Here's the thing about short floating percentages, though. They vary from source to source and company to company and website to website. So it's not always accurate. So like for example, there was a stock, I think it was MULN. MULN on Icon, I think it said like 50% at one time. And
Short interest?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like on Icon, MULN short interest at one point said something crazy.
Yeah, it was a list of stocks, and it was crazy, like short interest are like 70% or something. But if we go actually straight to MULN, we can see that it's 25%, which is also pretty much a lot.
Oh yeah, anything more than 20 is big. So notice how her platform said 25 and my platform says 42.6, and then Finviz probably says something crazy too. So what does Finviz say for MULN? They don't even report it. So when it comes to short float numbers, they always change based on website to website, and it changes on the source that they use. Actually, Sean has put something in here. Just say it's not updated real time. Yeah, it's not updated real time because people have to report it, and short interest is hard to use intraday, in my opinion. Thank you for putting that in there, Sean. 100%. Like Veru short could be huge now, but we don't know what it is exactly. Like it could be so big right now, and we have no clue what it is for probably another week or two. So we have no idea, and they don't update on time as people on Ortex claim like they do. I doubt they do. Guys, any website for quickly identifying daily gaps. You could use gap scanners. There's multiple scanners online that scan for you. There's actually one that I use right here. Once again, sponsored by Trade Ideas. It's called the Gapper Scanner. So look, notice how I have a down gappers, up gappers, and it tells me exactly how much they gapped up, how much relative volume they have, how much daily volume they have. So scanners are basically what you're looking for. Obviously, it depends on what route you want to go for, the free route, the paid route, or different routes. But yeah, the scanners is what the answer is for that. I want to quickly go back to what MES is doing, MES/M22CM. For some reason, my stock changed over here. And also NIO. We're still short NIO. NIO did move back to $20, but didn't do anything past $20. So we're still short. 12 cents in the money on NIO short. Let's see if we can work with it a little bit longer. But looks like NIO is still having buyers near 1990, which upsets me. Like I know you had a pretty bad day to begin with, down 10%, and you retraced all of that. And now let's play the downside again, NIO. Come on, there's no way that you're gonna try and go back above 20 and go maybe all the way to 21. If NIO goes to 21 today, I'm just gonna be angry about myself for breaking the rules, such as why are you even thinking about shorting a stock that's so strong today, right? And this is why my stop is so tight on the stock. I'm not giving it higher than the high a day. My average price 20 cents and $20.02, and the higher day is $20.07. And Sean also said he just shorted again NIO over here. So beautiful. Looks like I'm on the right side of him. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, true. Here comes Veru. I need a Fiji vacation. Ooh, can I come along? I want to go on Fiji vacation. Obviously, I don't have vacation days, so I cannot do that. That sucks, obviously. No, all jokes aside. Veru still above $20. Oh, sorry, $12. I think I said 20. Veru still above $12 and not going too far to the downside. So let's see what happens on Veru over here. If it can manage to do something, which is, you know, probably halt on the way down. I don't know if they can halt on the way down anymore, because if it does move down, I think the move would be to VWAP, but who knows? We'll see. If the band opens up and they drop that drastically in that band, I would love to short it. You can show this basically $20 was the key level, so why didn't I wait? I mean, yeah, these are messages that you and I talk about. So Sean actually messaged saying, you know, my $20 was the level. Why didn't I wait? And I thank Sean for that conversation not too long ago. Actually, I think it was Friday, where I go, Sean, this is my level, but I got in before, and he goes, just wait for it, Prad. It's that simple. And I took that trade because of that. Obviously, though, I'm still scared about it because NIO looks so strong today. You retrace a negative 10% move. That's just insanity. Insanity.
Someone brought MDVL saying that it's going higher, which is true indeed. We're up around 4% on that one, 5 million volume, and free float on this name 32 million, which is also considered that low float name.
Yeah, MDVL. Look at that volume spike right there for that 5 minutes. So it looks like that was about almost 1,950,000 shares traded in that 5-minute candle, pushing it all the way from the consolidation range we were looking at all day above $2. So obvious, beautiful move coming in on MDVL. Did you say there was a catalyst for this?
There is no one.
So nothing really that we can see as a reason as to why this is happening. But right now, it is indeed moving up.
I believe recent flyer.
It was. I do remember watching it move, like, I think last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter moving all the way back to $48 now. So let's see if we can get a fail break of 48 so I can short Twitter at that point. Remember, I was short at 47. I got stopped and I said I don't want to be in this trade anymore. I'll look at a different level. This could be the level I'm thinking about. Either I go short 47.60s and give it the high day, which is 47.89, or I wait for a fail break of 48 and I get back in around there. Right now, you know, since I have too many questions in my mind, I'll just leave it alone. But realistically, my thought process is the futures are coming down. Wow, futures just dropped 5 points like in a second over there. So since the futures are coming down, why don't I just go short here and give it the high day risk? And if the high day breaks, then I watch for the 48 level to get into. So based on that idea, I'm still debating it. But instead of debating this, why don't I just go manage my trade over here on NIO, which is now 22 cents in the money? And there we go, another fill on NIO. We covered about 40% of our size on NIO so far, so we still have 60% of our size left. Let's see if we can turn NIO into the #1 stock of the day, where Veru is. So if Veru cannot be the #1 stock of the day, I'll gladly like that, because as I mentioned, I don't want a setup that I trade on a regular basis be my #1 stock. I want stocks that I'm actually trading daily, trying to build my level and trying to scale my level up to be my #1 stock of the day. So I'm not going to enjoy it until my P&L changes. Prad, can you check buy or sell on Veru? Buy or sell on Veru? I'm not sure what you're talking about that on the volume profile. I think I understand what you mean now. You're asking the volume profile on Veru. Sure, we can take a look at the volume profile on Veru. Volume profile on Veru indicates that most of the volume today has taken place at basically, let me do this, bang, at $12.90. That's where most of the volume was traded. That means there's a lot of buyers that are trapped and a lot of short sellers that are actually in the money right now. And as the stock is going below 12, watch for that extended move straight to VWAP. We're now looking at 1171 on Veru, below the 100 period EMA, below the 50 period EMA, and this actually looks like there was some stops over here that taken out. Some stops, not too many, at 1050. So my guess is if we do go back to 1050, or even here, this was the first halt price, 1088. If we do go back to 1088, I think we find some support coming in at 1088. So let's watch for what happens around those prices on Veru on the way down. And now NIO, 30 cents in the money. Let's take more profits on NIO coming to the downside. So I was worried before. If you guys remember, the fear in my voice was there. I was worried for NIO on the down move over here, but now we're no longer scared for it as much as we were previously because the money is coming into the pocket, baby. We're cashing out. We're cashing it out. Hey Brad, that is a paid option for TradingView. What is the volume at certain prices? That is a paid option. Yes, you got to pay for this indicator. What is the volume at certain price? It's called a volume profile. So yeah, technically it tells you the volume per price. That's basically what it's doing. And this tells you volume as per time. So it's kind of like looking inside the candle in a way, but there are different ways to look at charts. It's just a different way to understand the volume. Brad, what do you have in your long-term portfolio? I have SoFi, Palantir, DraftKings, PayPal, AMD, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana, the basic stuff. So since we talked about Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that, let's actually go take a look at the sad cryptocurrency market that we're looking at today. Back to 40K on Bitcoin. So obviously that upsets me. I did mention though that as long as crypto is above 34, I don't care. And as long as crypto is above 45, I'll be happy. So this range really doesn't matter to me. Let's go back to that mentality. Let's go back to that mindset that none of this move matters, irrelevant. If it goes below 34, we buy more. If it goes above 45, we take profits. That's the idea, that's the mentality, and that's the way we're going to keep on looking at it for the future.
Brad, as you guys know, I went short in that HOTH. Looks like it works for me because, guys, I got it at 1.20 cents. We're now 1.12 cents. So I might look for some out at 1.10 cents. And again, I was keeping an eye on a higher time frame on that HOTH, and we have room to go lower and lower. I believe we can go all the way until here, around 82 cents, for example. So I will definitely be holding this short into the close and power hour. And here we are at 110. I will get out of some of my position.
Yeah, it's, that Tesla short paying off, I'm guessing.
HOTH.
HOTH. Market still down on the day. We're looking at S&P 500 down 1.2, Nasdaq down 1.6, and the IWM and the other stocks are down too. Sean actually called out, not Sean, Neil actually called out IVDA. Let's go check out IVDA. IVDA triple top broke not too long ago. Looks like we were looking at a triple top, but nice little break of 20 cents of IVDA to the north side now, and it is ripping to the north side. So let's see what happens from here on out for IVDA, if it can manage to actually get even more higher than this. Now we're looking at 81% move with 33 million shares traded and a possible break of $4. Can it do so right now? Let's go check it out. IVDA also, is there a level at $4 for us to watch for? Yeah, that 379 level that I was talking about, clearing the 379 level, and now we're about to go test this consolidation area of 5 to 420 maybe. Let's see what happens near 420, and then let's see what happens near $5 on the stock. In the meantime, NIO, we did break 4. Okay, now let's see at 420 what happens. In the meantime, NIO coming even more down. We're 35 cents in the money, and I have orders on the 50 period EMA to take some profits. So let's see if we can capitalize on that. Come on, NIO, come even more lower. We're smoking the short now. So congratulations, whoever's in this with me. Almost 40 cents in the money on this one, and I even called it out at the end of the beginning of the day when this was happening. I was like, I don't want to short it until 20 happens, and I don't want to short it until a fail break of 20 happens. So basically called it out exactly how I wanted to play it.
Brad, I love our community. Kay Asbeat messaged me like, hey, where can I send you the new Tesla animation for you? And look what actually being sent for me. How do I play this? Woohoo! New Tesla animation. My head hiding it, but it's so cool. Thank you so much, KSB. I will bring it up to Lucas. Hopefully, we'll be able to implement this one into our animation system. Me too. Thank you so much. So kind of you. Sending you all the love, and thank you for supporting my patience for Tesla. Patience? Being passionate.
Passionate, yeah. Passionate for Tesla.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Viru going lower now. Viru looking at 11.46, so way below $12. Obviously, Viru pushing back to almost the first halt price we were looking at, which is 10.88. Let's see what the stock does near 10.88 areas on the way down now for VERU. Let's go, boys. I shorted 5 BTC and 42 ETH Saturday. Sheesh, you're a big boy. You're a big boy. And I'm guessing that's not even leverage. That's just your bank account because you're balling like that. Congratulations on that 6 short bankroll. Hopefully, you're taking some profits on the way down because obviously no one went broke taking some profits. So congratulations on that big crypto short, my friend. I hope Tesla goes to the moon. I hope everything that everybody owns goes to the moon. So let's run everyone's portfolio to the north side. Obviously, that would be the best thing to see ever.
By the way, someone mentioned Shopify in there, and I know we have Shopify on our watch list.
Watch list, yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say more about that watch list.
Oh.
Sorry. No, you're good. You're good. So Shopify, yeah, on the watch list, as Miss V mentioned, Shopify was up 1% in pre-market. Now we're up at almost 2.52%, looking at $620 as a level. We did get above 620, almost up to 625. And I want to say almost up to 625, and then the weakness started coming in on the stock, obviously. So Shopify today still looking strong in my opinion. I can't wait to see if any trades show up on this closer to the day, because obviously a $600 stock, and they're actually, what was there? I think the catalyst was stock split. Right?
Yeah, yes.
The catalyst was stock split for Shopify. So that's a big opportunity incoming for Shopify if that goes through. There was another stock that was actually, I think it was NVIDIA. Let me actually confirm by going through this watch list that I use. So I think NVIDIA is trying to vote on a way where they could have stock split without voting. So I think that's the one. Let me actually go confirm. No, I'm not talking about JRE Bisping episode. That's what I was listening to on the way to work. NVIDIA, where is it? Yeah, it is NVIDIA. Graphic chip maker stock slid 3% in pre-market action following the announcement that it would seek shareholder approval to double the number of authorized shares. That would give NVIDIA the flexibility to take actions like stock splits and issuing equity incentives without a further shareholder vote. So they're trying to basically expand the number of shares that they already have. That way, the next time they want to do a stock split or they want to increase incentives such as dividends or something, I believe, they don't have to do a secondary vote on it. And NVIDIA on that basis dropped 3% today in pre-market alone. And then along with the basic tech weakness that we are watching today, along with SOXX being weak, well, not really SOXX because MU was crazy strong. MU is it still crazy strong? Let's go find out. Not my MU. Not my MU. My MU. Moo. Yeah, look at the strength on Micron today. Insane. Up 0.63, just ripping up to the north side. Intel was another one that was stronger than NVIDIA and AMD, and it just speaks to, like, just looking at it. NVIDIA apparently running right now though, so let's look at NVIDIA now. NVIDIA still down on the day. Whew, my throat. NVIDIA is still down on the day, but down 5% on NVIDIA over here. IVDA is running. Let's go check out IVDA. Wow, IVDA indeed still running. Looks like we played around the 420 level as I said we would. We had a little rejection coming out of 420, tiny little rejection, and then boom, right through that 420 level. About to go test 450, which is actually the high a day. And I think we go figure out what to do with the $5 very soon. IVDA moving up crazily, and NIO now 40 cents in the money on NIO short. So let's go, baby. Whoever's in the short side, you better think about covering some profits. That'd be crazy. So let's cover some profits over here. More profits to the downside, and now we're holding about less than 50% up. Where I think we have like 48% left of my basket.
Brad, IVDA is going to the moon. I would hit my Tesla going to the moon, but again, we should implement it into the show. And while you're bringing this one up, guys, like literally KSB created the whole animation for me, so thank you again. And I want to remind you that you also can support the community. Just 10 minutes left until the end of Market Movers.
Whoa,
We
slow
still
down there, bud.
need 200 more
This girl just went
likes.
into like 6th gear over there. Like you were like talking, and you just went whoop.
I was doing like Tesla, you know.
You were like driving a Formula One car
That's
over
right.
there.
That's
Oh,
right.
that was hilarious. That was good.
Anyways, point in
Anyways.
here is please smash the like button.
Oh yes, what are we at now?
We need 200 more.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. 10 minutes, you know.
Oh wait, that is bad.
Yeah.
Wait, hey, come on, come on. What are we doing, chat? Let's get it up there. I
Chop
ju-
chop or what?
Chop chop, yeah, chop chop. I just said, you know, how I don't want it to be to the last minute for us to get to the 1K. So please help us out here. Hopefully I help some of you guys out with some trades today. And all we ask for in return is that 1K like every day. So please, please, please smash. And you know, part of it makes me upset because only time you guys were like so eager and excited to hit the like button is when
Blonde
Arun was
hair.
here boosting the like button.
Yeah.
That's the only time. That was the only time. And now we have to literally work extra hard than we did for that 3,000.
Yeah.
Like we're
Just
working
let
harder to make
let
1K.
us know what do you want from us to get the 3,000 likes. We can do whatever.
Yeah.
You wanna see Pratt going purple hair maybe? Just let us know.
As long as it doesn't hurt. As long as it doesn't hurt, I'll do it. That wouldn't hurt too much. Now 40 cents in the money on NIO short. Are you not entertained? Are you not having fun? Are you enjoying making money? Congratulations for anyone who joined that with me and Sean over there. 40 cents to the downside. Futures 11 points to the downside. We already got a beautiful long on Viru to begin the day, and I've been waiting for a short on the halt short side, which has never showed up to me, so that's kind of upsetting also. But in the meantime, though, you know, I'm not upset about what's going on with my trading today. Not a single red stock on the board. I think I broke like maybe one rule today so far, but even that rule was a planned rule breaking. So even then, no, you heard that right. You heard that right. I might have broke the rule, but the rule break was planned.
How so?
It was in the system. It was in the system to break that rule so I can make a new rule or in that rule system. It's all in the plan. 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 Yeah. But Brad in a hot
Wow,
tub
I could
tomorrow.
feel the tension.
You can feel the tension just because my throat is dying, miss me. No. So yeah, please smash that like button. I know everyone's enjoying trading today, especially Viru. A lot of you had some crazy longs on Viru. IVDA is where it's at right now, without a doubt. Where am I typing? Oop, I'm typing in the wrong area, so let me just quickly go to the right area. IVDA on NASDAQ is for sure where all the hype is right now, and not Viru. We were talking about what the stock could do at 420. It did that and it went higher. We were talking about what the stock could do at 450. It said forget 450. We're going to go to 480. And now we're looking at the $5 level that I was actually talking about on IVDA. Let's see if we can. Oh, there's also a gap close actually to 522. Maybe we close the gap to 524, 522, and then see some real rejection coming in, which also happens to be some of the highs of this consolidation area at 524. So a possible gap close incoming. Keep your eyes peeled for more opportunities for the long side maybe on IVDA. Dance Bangla and I'll give you a smash. Okay, buddy, I'm not your dance monkey, man. I'm hired to trade and do it at my best cap. I'm a hired assassin. Yeah. Oh man, every time I say something screeches my voice. Pride, come on. Careful with your voice, bud. Viru is done now. Good short. Yeah, Viru was a good short. I wish I took advantage of it. As I said, I was waiting for a setup that did not show up for me, sadly.
I am, guys, actually still in Tesla, right? So here again, my first short was 987. I got out of some at 983. Then I got reloaded at 990. So my average is around 988 right now. And we're moving. I'm looking for 985 level to get out of more shares. But kind of not work that fast as I expect. But let's see. Hopefully I will be able to cover cover my shares, short shares in there. And another one, HOTH, is working great for me. We're now at 1.13 cents. So let's see if during the power hour, HOTH will dip even more and will break $1 to the downside.
Michael Travis wants me to be on my suit and tie. I be on my suit and tie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what song that is?
No.
What? Justin Timberlake?
I know Justin Timberlake, but never heard that one.
It's with Jay-Z. It's pretty
I
good.
see, yeah.
I like it at least.
I need to check it
like
out.
it. No, it's I was just singing that song because Michael Travis went, Pratt, can you wear a suit and a tie?
Yeah, so.
So I said, I could for sure wear a suit and tie one day, but maybe I'll have to do it once we move over to those seats because that would mean we're in a more professional setting.
Yeah.
I would have to match the Neil and Sean look, which is dress shirts and buzz cut look.
Never seen them in ties though.
I've never seen them. Oh, you know what? Because Peter hates ties apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He hates ties.
Never knew.
Yeah. So that's why you can't do ties. No ties are allowed. Apparently you lose your
Damn
job
it.
if you wear ties.
I wanted to.
It gets cut off, said Sean. Gets cut off. Is it? Oh man, that's crazy. All right, Viru volume candle up. Wow, no way. Viru volume candle up? Not really. I don't really see that volume candle you're talking about. Maybe on the 1 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute to see if I can see what you're talking about. No, I'm not seeing that. But we're trying to go up. It's still under VWAP though. It's not really has a volume candle you're talking about. As people mention, I think the more eyes right now are on IVDA. Look at the volume candles on IVDA, and if we were to go look at what is the relative volume leader right now? HOTH is not really. There's other stocks out there. Yeah, IVDA is the relative volume leader. Look at that, 1.6 compared to 800, right? So Viru's still doing pretty good out there, but it's all about IVDA at the moment that you guys already mentioned not too long ago. Not too long ago. I just woke up. What did I miss? I hope you didn't miss
Nothing
anything
much,
fun.
except for Viru.
Except for Viru, that is true, and some Tesla trades, some Apple trades, some actually what's the trade of the day today? You think?
I think Viru.
NIO?
I think Viru.
Trade of the day, NIO. Oh, okay. We can't wait for the closing show. I know, 5 more minutes. I can't wait for the closing show myself because I love watching, Neil and Sean and even Arun today trade on the closing show. You learn a lot. I learn a lot watching them. So if you guys are missing that out, obviously don't miss that out. Make sure you go smash the like button on there too. But we have about 4 minutes for you to smash the like button here. We want to get to the 1K mark, so please help us hit that 1K mark. We're only 100 points away or 100 likes away to get there before 4 minutes. Not even 4 minutes. Now we have like 3 minutes.
Yeah, and remember, guys, that when you're giving a like, you're doing something great. You're supporting the community. So it's +1 to your karma. So keep it in mind.
To your trading karma. That's right.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Maybe make sure I liked it today first.
Lol.
I did. I meant not.
There
I
we
would
go.
think I was number 41 today.
Good.
Yeah. Pretty bad though. I should be number 1.
Did lookalike?
I should be number 1.
That's right.
I should not be 41. Thumbs up for 904. Yay, 904, 905. We're 905 in Toronto, right? We're the 905ers, or is it 904s? 905ers. I think it's the 905ers.
6 for 7.
Isn't that the 905ers?
416.
No, but it's not Raptors.
Yeah, 416.
No, what's the Raptors? The secondary Raptors team, the junior Raptors team. Is that the 905? Yeah. That's what I was talking about. No. I was talking about the junior Raptors team. Press the like button. Yes, please press the like button. I would love that. Real quick before we have to shut down the show over here and send you to the even better show in 2 minutes, let's quickly run through some futures and other areas, some levels. So futures currently S&P 500 down 1.2, still under 42.30. We're 10 points in the money on the futures short right now. Let's see if futures can take out the low a day and extend the move even further to the downside later on in the day, or do we just keep on trading over here and bounce from here for the S&P S&P 500. Nasdaq, also another one that's down on the day today. The tech market down 1.7, but not at the lower day anymore. Made a beautiful recovery back to move up on the tech sector, and now trying to see what we can do around previous highs of the consolidations over here on Nasdaq. We already see what Apple and Microsoft have been doing for the most part, and now we're going down to the last 1 minute. So I'm just gonna go over here to see how many more we need. We need about 30 more. So come on, smash that before we have to go to the closing show.
27 more likes actually.
Ooh.
And the markets, guys, are still negative, but again, whole trading day is ahead, not whole day, but 2 hours still, and those are going to be fun hours. Again, hopefully when volume comes, more opportunities will come also. I wish you a lot of profitable trades still, and we need just 7 more likes now to 1K, so 3 more likes to 1K.
Oh, nice.
And 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's a fail. Almost there, almost there. Well, we need like 3 more. There we go. There we go. Ooh-wee. Not a single fail.
Thank you. I hope you're streaming with us. Thank you so much, even though you hold us like this in your arm, giving us a like last second, but we still appreciate that so much, and it's another reason for us to work harder.
Yeah, I'm going to go play some golf with Greg today, so hopefully I don't come into work
Nice.
tomorrow tired, but I will see you here
Fun.
at 11 o'clock a.m.
That's right.
on Tuesday.
Пока-пока.
Пока-пока.
Welcome to the afternoon. It is going to be a crazy, crazy show. This market has been wild. It has been exciting, and it has been to the downside. So a rough start to the overall holiday shortened week. We have the 10-year still going to be a bit of an issue as that reached 3-year highs, 278 last I checked. Yes, tech has been under a lot of pressure, although there have been some bounces, and we're going to get to those in just a little bit here. But